Alright, we are live. Okay, first of all, hello everybody, Jeremy Adrian here, welcome back to the channel, and to, believe it or not, the 8th stream in my Final Fantasy series of trying to catch up to the current content, and it's difficult for me. That's why it's taken so long. 8 weeks in total, not back to back though, because I did take a week off here and there to catch up with other games, of course. But 8 weeks of streaming Final Fantasy simply means this equals the amount of streams that it took me for my World of Warcraft streams to get to the current content at the time, which was the level cap of 115 in Legion. So this equals that, and there's still more to come because I'm not even in Stormblood yet, so I'm guessing another 3 weeks at least. First of all, hello to everybody in chat. How are you guys doing? We have Dragon Sphere says, what's up? How far are you in Stormblood? Because I'm still doing it. I'm level 64. Hey, virtual high five. I'm level 6. No, I'm level 63. Never mind. I'm one level behind you. But I'm not in Stormblood yet. I'm still in patch 3.3. And I've got 2 more kind of updates in this patch to go before I make it into Stormblood. We also got Lord Midichlorian as usual. Hey, how you doing? Dragonsphere says, oh, never man, write the title wrong. You're still getting there. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm slow, and I know. We have Midichlorian says, wow, the delay. Is there a delay? Delay in chat, you mean? Probably, yeah. And then we've got Nick Scryer says, hey man, hey Nick, how you doing? How's ESO? Where are you at? And Honore says, woo, right back at ya. Dragonsphere, I'm sad to say Stormblood isn't as good as Heavensward. So far, not even close, but it's still good. Still way better than Battle for Azeroth. Oh well, there's gonna be a lot of that going around in the Final Fantasy stream, I suppose. Midichlorians will say, delays so much I would be talking to you live even when you get behind in the chat. Yeah, that tends to happen, unfortunately, with me. If I was in, closer to where the servers are for YouTube in North America, I wouldn't have that much of a delay. I'm halfway across the world in Malaysia, so there's always going to be a delay. Anyway, let's get started with the story here. As usual, I'm going to go through this thing. Spoilers ahead if you've not caught up with Final Fantasy, at least up to this point. And I'm going to get you guys up to date. So in the last stream, which was last Sunday, a couple of things have happened, of course, that has been, I guess, setting up the scene right now. Aymeric is here. We were going to have this big old conference where we've got all the Ishgardians and all the dragons coming together in a show of peace. Unfortunately, bad shit happened last stream. We saw Aymeric got stabbed, and there's been a few rebels, or I don't know what you want to call them. People just oppose the idea of peace because this is a 1,000-year war. People have been fighting dragons for pretty much their whole lives at this point. It's all they believed in. They've lost family members, so they don't think peace is a good idea. Because then, I guess you could say, their family died for nothing, right? So we've had a lot of that. A lot of people just rising up against this peace treaty thing, conference, and that's gone to shit. So our current plan is we're going to hold a grand melee tournament or something to bring all the other alliances here, and I don't know what this is about. So this guy here, which is Orshifon's brother, younger brother, he made a bad call. He killed somebody, one of those resurgents I was talking about. So we don't know the repercussions of that. Anyway, let's carry on here. There she is. I say, when you didn't appear, I begin to question. Nothing, never mind. To think that we are mere moments away from facing the cream of Eorzea's soldiers in battle. I suppose we're going to be fighting. A melee grand tournament, I suppose, is kind of like your, I don't know what you want to call it, a squire tournament? The thing I picture in my head is those, I don't know what the, jousting, there we go, jousting. Two knights and a horse, riding, head on with your long poles or whatever to try and skew each other. I don't know, I don't think there's a mechanic for that in here. I just think we're just going to fight each other. So let's see what that leads to. I have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of the victory, of the glory. I believe this is going to be a duty then, and we know how well I do with duties based on last weekend's stream. Alright, I'm checking in chat a little bit before we do this duty, because there's going to be less chatting, I suppose, once I get in there. Dragonsphere says I was on a road to 60 server, so 100% XP boost. That's why you are over level in the content. See, you're the lucky one. This is a returning character. because this is the exact same character that I used for my 10 Reasons to Play review 2 years ago. And I just didn't feel like I wanted to start over again, because that's going to take me another month or so to, you know, get to the level cap all over again. So I didn't have that. But I'm 63 because I've been jumping into my challenge log, which lets you earn like a crap ton. Like, there you go. See, if you do 3 dungeons via the duty roulette, you'll get about 500,000 XP. And they all add up. So I've been doing a lot of these over the past 8 weeks, I suppose. So I'm over leveled for the content myself. Nick says, I created 3 new characters in ESO. Been busy. Good to hear. I mean, we've waited so long for new content in ESO, right? It's finally here. Lord Milkern says, between you writing and live and the stream starting in my screen easily more than half a minute. Oh, geez. Yeah, I guess that's a good barometer to see just how much delay there is between me seeing your chat and what I'm actually saying on your screen. That's a half a minute delay. Dragon says, I think we are the furthest away from each other in terms of physical location. I'm in Norway. Nice, Norway. You're in Malaysia. That's a long flight. I reckon. We have Tyler in chat. Says, hey, Adrian. Hope you've been doing good. Hey, Tyler. I'm doing great. I've got an issue with my right eye. An infection or something. I don't know. But it's been getting better. Today, I didn't have as much issues as I had yesterday. So, hey, I'm here. Dragon says, on Duty Finder, have you selected all languages? Yep, I did. Which also makes it way faster for me in terms of queues. Alright, I will continue checking in on chat. Let's go on and head into this duty. Yep, it is a duty. Spectacle for the ages. Let's see who we're going to fight. He, of course, is going to be taking part in this Grand Melee tournament too, because, like I said, he made a bad call, killed someone on his orders, and now he's going to try and win, the trust back. And I suppose he's carrying the House Fortin banner, so he wants to do his daddy proud. Let's see, during the Grand Melee, some of your gear will be glamored, which means my outfit will change, no problem. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Let's go. Let's see what this is all about. Oh, and of course, audio. Let me know if you guys can hear the dialogue in this, because there's going to be some voice acting parts. I don't want you guys to miss the story. We'll go through that together. And if I'm too loud or if you hear an echo, let me know. Alright, there we go. 3 banners up there. All the alliances. Oh, even Raoban is here, and his son Pippin, if I recall correctly. I'll never forget that. And then, of course, we got the Ishgardians. And me. What banner am I using? I'm dressed up just like an Ishgardian. Kinda.
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
Okay, here we go. The Grand Melee is a large-scale battle in which an allied company of Ul'dan, Gridanian, or Lominsan forces will be pitted against a company of Ishgardian forces. Oh no. I do not like mini-games. I suck at them. Am I going to be controlling, or am I going to be fighting? When a combatant is incapacitated, excuse me. I did not read that last part. The first company to attain the designated tactical rating of 100 points is declared the victor. What is this? Some sort of MOBA? During the Grand Melee, officiants may mark certain combatants with the Fury's Gaze, which will be indicated by an ethereal tether linking them to their company flag. Okay. While defeating most combatants will award your company 1 tactical point. Defeating marked combatants will award you 10. Alright, so kill anybody who's tethered to get 10 points straight. Marked combatants also poses enhanced attributes, rendering them more powerful and more difficult. Oh, great. Defending... what I'd like to see is duties be a bit more co-op. I know single player for duties is kind of fun, but I'd like to bring other players in, right? Tackle this group stuff together.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard.
Aye aye, Amric. Well, let's see how this goes. Do I have enough DPS to get through this? I don't know. We're coming up against Raoban. I guess this is the first time I'll be fighting Raoban in some sort of a minigame. And, yeah, these 3, I don't expect them to fight, of course. So, let's check it in chat meantime. Dragon says, I'm taking a break from Final Fantasy, but we'll be back in 12 days. Meanwhile,
All is ready then. Very well.
trying 100% ESO for raid, that's going to take way longer than 12 days.
Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin!
Right, here we go. But Dragon, don't worry about ESO. I mean, as long as you're not on the subscription, you can always come back whenever you want. There's like no rush to get through the new content whatsoever, unless you absolutely want to get to Elsewhere now. We got Shag in chat. Hey, Shag says, good afternoon from Croatia. Good afternoon. How you doing, Shag? We have Jared. Awesome. Morning apologies. Evening to you. Hey, Jared. Good morning to you. Thanks for dropping on stream as usual. Okay, here we go. So, follow forward. Forward, Ishgard. Okay, I'll just kill the shortest looking thing. Oh, we have a tethered. Who's tethered? You are. So apparently this thing has enhanced stats, but if I take this down, I will get 100 points right off the bat. Now, for anybody just joining the stream, this is not... We're not fighting enemies right now. This is a mini-game, basically, that's narrative-driven. Part of the story right now, we are all allies, everybody in here. We're just doing this grand melee to make the population happy in a way. Any more tether? There we go. I've got a lot to do here. I'm just going for all the tethered enemies. Okay, it's another 10 points. Who's next? I'm not gonna play any defense here. I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, this guy's not going down easy. Commander Riki, why does he sound familiar? Okay, he's down. Next tethered opponent. Don't see one, so let's get rid of some people. I haven't seen a new tethered one in a while, and I do hear a healer somewhere, so I may as well try and get rid of that. We do have 56 points though, if I'm looking at the screen right. Okay, this guy looks like a mage or a healer of some sort. I'm gonna take him out first. Okay, in the meantime, let's check in chat. We got Malos. Hey Malos. Malos says, I think this game has more to offer than ESO. It's all about taste. Indeed, you play what you want to play. I of course... Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I got confused there. I thought this one guy had both tethers on him, which wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, both pretty different games, both MMOs, of course. I was just doing my ESO stream last night, which I'm really happy with how the Elsewhere chapter is turning out. I'll save that for my review, which, by the way, I'm pretty close to finishing. I just need to get rid of the main story first. Oh, hey, look, I have a tether. And it's Raubon right now. Doesn't matter, I think I got it. Ooh. He hasn't said a word. Oh, that's not part of the games, right? Cyclops, everyone, on your guard! We did not invite the Cyclops. All forces, fall back! Yeah, for a moment I thought, okay, that's cheating. They brought a Cyclops to the party. Oh, hey, Thancred, what do you got? Continue the melee, I will deal with him. I guess we treat Cyclops like roaches now. You know, in the middle of a PlayStation party or whatever, a roach comes, one of your friends grabs a slipper and deal with it. This is kind of a similar scenario, I suppose. Continue the games! Cyclops doesn't matter. All forces, form a line! Now! On me! Oh jeez. The death stare. I'm surprised he still hasn't said a word. Ooh! Yeah, for anybody who doesn't play Final Fantasy right now, when they're watching this part of the stream, they're like, what's going on? That's a cool villain. This is just a fun skirmish. This is sparring, basically. But Raubann's really taking this seriously. Unless, of course, that's not Raubann, or that's, Well, Matt, I will not lie. I was hoping it would come to this. So then, shall we dance? Alright, let's do it. Damn it all. Don't be upset, Aymeric. I got this. Unless, of course, I don't. Alright, here we go. Raubann versus the hero. Or heroine, in my case. Come on. Let's do this. I'm gonna get my speed boost first. Then we'll do damage boost. I don't have much self-heals. Or maybe I do, I'm just not remembering it. Oh, I actually have my full combo already. Oh dear. Close call. Debuff. Let's refresh that speed buff. Let's get the damage buff up. Hang in, chat. I see you moving. I'll get back to you in a sec. Let's do a double damage buff and combo. Wham! Now repeat the process. Okay, I don't like that. Oh, that's pretty. Oh shit! I just saw like someone's record collection from the top. So at least now we all know what Raubann as a trial boss or a dungeon boss, what his fight mechanics would look like. I don't think I should be in the middle. Should I be in the middle? I don't like where this is going. I know he's casting something. Maybe I should get out. Or get rid of that sword. Yeah, I think I should do that. I should have looked outside. Oh my god. Alright, that took half my health. Let's get that health back. He's almost dead. I got him. Oh, I'm not gonna let you cast that again. No, sir. Damn it. I've got a range attack. He's done. Got it. I've bested Raubann. Yay. Alright, back to the chat. Dragon says, have you tried the extreme trials? Not. Oh boy, they can be hard. No, I haven't tried extreme trials. I don't even think I'm geared for it. I'm still using level 60 gear, even for the base AR content. I haven't tried it. I've only started doing... No, no extreme trials yet. Maybe once I'm really caught up with Shadowbringers, and when I'm at the current cap and have got everything that I needed to, then I'll maybe dabble in some endgame. Yeah, I just don't think I'm at that stage because I'm still trying to catch up. Malo says, when I fire up ESO on PS4 and I play for like an hour.
Did she win? Then we...
Of course we won. What are you talking about, boy? What do you expect? Not number 2,954. Make that 55.
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard! Well fought! Well fought, my friend! You truly are the warrior of warriors. Thank the Fury you were on our side.
Only this once. I didn't really have a choice. Like, they didn't let me pick. Would I be sparring in favor of Ishgard or the Alliance? I wasn't given a choice. I had to go with Ishgard. I mean, considering we're still in the Heavensward kind of cycle, makes sense.
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
I swear, if I didn't know what's going on in story, I'd say he's high in drugs. Okay, but we've given hope back to Guardians. Hopefully we don't get any more, insurgency rising or whatever, some rebellion against this peace treaty that we've worked so hard to gain.
A truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
I didn't have a choice. If I had a choice, I would have picked maybe the Alliance. I don't know. We're both on the same side.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Raubarn.
I just hope Raubarn doesn't take it personally.
On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people. Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
It makes a good point. We did this melee for the people.
That made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way.
But there was no audience. Like, nobody saw this thing that we just did, so... what was the point?
Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them.
Oh. What?
Tis but a scratch, I assure you. And I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns. Make that 2 dozen. Still, as Y'shtola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on, one at a time. One day at a time. As Minfilia would have done.
So that's that then. Hopefully that worked out in our favor. Alright, let's check in chat some more. Mullis said, When I fire up ESO and PS4 and play like for an hour, then you notice that the community is very small. I can't speak for the PS4 community, bro. I play on the PC, and Elder Scrolls Online's population on the PC is nothing but small. I can assure. I mean, it's not small. I can guarantee you that. Shaq says Moogle King Trial Extreme is a nightmare. I remember the Moogle King thing because you got all these little Moogles, like 8 of them or something, and you got to kill them in order, right? I remember the normal version. I probably will never do an extreme. Malo says, I wish they made ESO crossplay. Yeah, that I can agree with. I think crossplay would be really, really fun. Simply because it brings more people on it. I just don't think that Elder Scrolls Online has the server capacity and technology and to do that. Maybe they do, but for whatever reason, ESO server performances are... I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They're garbage, really, because when PvP happens, you know, the lag and latency and crossplay, I don't think can handle that yet. Shaq says, how do you like Heavensward so far? I think you will finish Stormblood till June 28, even if playing ESO and Guild Wars 2. See, that's the thing. I have 26 days to get to the end of Stormblood, and that's why I'm rushing to finish the Elder Scrolls Online's Elsewhere chapter by next week, get the review out, and then I can just fully focus on getting caught up and ready for Shadowbringers when that launches. So I am under pressure, if I'm being honest. Miles says, man, I was a hardcore trial runner in ESO. Trials are fun in ESO. Shag says, I think you need approximately 80 to 100 hours of playtime from this state, and I hope I can give it. I really do. That's like less than 3 weeks that I have to really push. Shaq says, oh, this event is not that easy. Good luck. Thank you. Dragon says, playing an Argonian Dragonite health stam tank in ESO is so strong, can tank 10 mobs no problem. Honestly, if you watched my stream of ESO last night, I was running all light armor in a hybrid Necromancer build, and I know this is a Final Fantasy XIV stream, but there's some ESO talk here. I think ESO is a little easy on the PvE side, especially if you're not doing like trials or anything. I'm just talking about general difficulty overall. I think the game's getting really easy, especially for anybody with over 300 CP. That's balls. I'd forgotten what it was like to feel so alive. That's what all these old warriors tend to say, huh? Not since living Bloodsense have I have the privilege. Not since the Bull of Alamigo hung up his swords. Back then, the outcome might have been different. Probably. Rauban is also one hand short. We shall have to do this again someday. Yeah, I don't really like fighting allies, even in spars. Come, Pippin. Her Grace is expecting us. Alright, thanks, Rauban. Nice to see you. And now let's go find Tancred. What was that about him feeling all injured just now? That was kind of interesting. Okay, Mal says, what do you think of the new Avengers game that Square Enix is making? Yeah, I read that. I'm a little excited because I've not played any Marvel type game since Marvel Heroes, and that was an MMO. Sorry, I had to correct myself there because the game's now dead. And I know this one is going to be single player or something, right? Or like a co-op, but we'll see. Said your goodbyes. Why? In all the years I've known Rauban, I cannot recall ever seeing him look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to be falling into place, does it not? The Guardians have claimed their symbolic victory, and the Origin Alliance has been strengthened in the process. Be proud, you made this happen. Oh, right. Ooh, I got a victory emote thing, and all these other gear that I'll probably not use. I'm just going to go with the silver piece, as always. That's done. You have learned the emote victory. Let's go ahead and try that. If I remember where my emotes are. I don't. Maybe a slash victory might do it. I'm just gonna change the chat channel first. I don't want to be yelling that. For whatever reason, when I log into Final Fantasy, it always puts me in the newcomer channel. And one time, I wanted to say something to my free company, aka Guild, and I put it out there in the newbie channel. It was pretty hilarious. Well, can't do that. Character, actions, and traits. It's got to be here somewhere. It doesn't matter. This is not important for the stream. Let's move the story along. I am way behind as it is. Next up, for those we can yet save, let's pick it up. We have done it. Nay, you've done it. You brought us the victory we so desperately needed. There's not left but to return to the capital. Come, let us see what reception awaits us. Okay, back to Ishgard. Dragon says I'm on the sub. I'm always sub anyway, so I don't mind playing 2 MMOs. Nice. Shaq says, look for your comrades. They need to stay alive, which I totally did not do. Because I trust my ability to defeat them as fast as possible. DPS-minded player. Especially when you get older and you've got less time to play a support class. All you gotta do is tune yourself to be a DPS-type player. Kill or be killed. Of course, that doesn't always work. Malo says, Samurai is very cool. I may ninja myself. Yeah, I'm enjoying this Samurai a lot. I may change jobs for Shadowbringers.
My lord!
This his manslave or manservant, sorry.
My boy. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it.
I see. And to think I was worried sick over you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
My lord?
'Twould seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news. It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, when I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest. We will make peace with Hraesvelgr's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Yes, Lord Commander.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations.
I still have a bad feeling about this. I guess we're going ahead with the peace thing.
Emanuele, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He will be glad of your assistance.
I just think something bad's gonna go down. Because it never ends well. Or we can all cancel the sub and go home. There's no conflict, there's no reason to play, right? Check it in chat. Jared says, this mechanic seems epic for a healing job. Yeah, just a shame that you're doing duty solo, that's it. Dragon says, ESO subs a must, as I pick literally everything, so do I. I need that crafting bag. Dragon says, Balfoy and ESO.
Oh. We should inform Stola and the others.
Yeah, we still haven't found... Oh, I don't think you guys saw that, what happened to Minfilia. She's kind of fused into with the Mother Crystal now.
I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
Yeah, get me a level 70 fast. That's what you can do for me, Aymeric. Alright, Jared says, Grand Melee single player quest. Yeah, it's a duty. Duties are only single player for now. Hopefully that changes later on. Light21, hey Light21, good to see you. Says 1 month to go until Shadowbringers. I'm sure you will get there soon. I pray. I'm doing all I can. Unfortunately, if a new MMO comes out in the next couple of weeks, I am so screwed because I'm spreading myself very thin with all the games that I'm playing. Yeah, almost about 26 days is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna scroll down some more. I'm well aware that I'm behind in chat. And I'm reading from the early messages to where you guys are. So you do forgive me, guys, if I'm way behind. Just catching up with everybody here. Miles is gonna eat. Thank you, Miles, for dropping by. Appreciate it. George says, oh no, the swords. Yeah, I saw that too late. Dragon says, Summoner getting a Phoenix in Shadowbringers, which is cool for all you summoners out there. Light says, Rabon Extreme exclusive preview. If that was extreme, or I'm sure that wasn't extreme, but a more difficult version of that fight with Rabon would be pretty cool. Light says, and Scholar losing energy drain, Miasma 2, Shadowfire Wu. I don't play Scholar, so I cannot tell you if I should be devastated at hearing that news. But, yeah. They say you dueled Raban within a ring of flames. I did not think the man so ostentatious. What that I could have seen it. Okay, we agreed to tell the others that our search for Minfilia had reached an impasse. I subsequently learned that you had left for Falcon's Nest, but I thought it best to keep it to myself for a time. I still suspect matters here seem to be coming to a head. In short, there are some things I feel I must say. Say it, please. I do not want to go talk to like 10 more NPCs to get this on the road. Okay, to Falcon's Nest we go. Dragon says, yes, you can for your level. There are low-level extreme trials, like the Mughal King through it's very hard. I may go back and do that, I suppose. We have Boopy in chat. Hey, Boopy. Sorry if I'm getting to you late. Good to see you. Dragon says, but these extreme trials have to be unlocked by quests, so a lot of missable if you don't do them. Yeah, I've missed a lot of the blue stuff. I went back and picked up some raid ones. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, not my priority right now. You guys know I'm rushing to catch up for Shadowbringers, and then I'll make my way backwards. So all this, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I'm only listening in my left ear and coming out the right, because I just could not care at the moment. I just need to get ready for Shadowbringers. That's all I can think about right now. Alright, Toriel, what do you got? Well met, and thank you for looking after my brother. I did not do anything. They say he fought bravely, that he did not dishonor his house, but you, my lady, to you we owe everything. I like hearing that. It just makes your head grow big. But this one thing I do want to say about Final Fantasy so far, like in Realm Reborn, you notice that you the player character, are always in the cutscenes, doing other things that people want you to do, nodding your head and everything, but ever since Heavensward and coming up to the new patch, the focus on your character has become more of a thing, more potent, that you see yourself, your character doing things that you don't normally think that your main character would do in cutscenes and stuff. And that's really, really cool. I do like how they're slowly moving that spotlight from all these other central characters and NPCs, which, by the way, is important because they are part of the story too. But there's more focus on you now and your character and your actions, and something as small as your facial expression, like when you have sad eyes or when you're upset or something like that, you know? Which is really cool to see, because as far as I can remember, even back in Realm Reborn, there was no such thing. So it's nice to see that Square Enix is putting the emphasis on the player character as much, because this is your story. And it's easy to get disengaged with the narrative if you don't see enough of that, you know? Anyway, let's carry on here. As you can see, we have made every effort to strike while the iron is hot. We made our intentions known, and that all would be welcome to attend. Ceremony will not be a lengthy affair, but there's still much to be done. Okay, I guess we are doing it. Let's see if there's any other stuff. Well, there you have it. We have been forbidden from meddling. Shall we wait, or have you other matters to attend? Well, since I got nothing to do, I guess we'll just go straight to the ceremony and see what all the fuss is about. Before we do, let's get caught up in chat. Jared says, so no one died in the Grand Melee? Nope. And it shouldn't be. We have Orion with the nod. Hey, Orion, how you doing? Unless you meant nod, like the cutscenes usually do. Dragon says, I kind of feel the Grand Melee was too easy. It was doable. I enjoyed it. Also said, Khan Isena and the Admiral entirely useless in Heavensward. Probably. And you know, it's hard for the writers to try and fit all the characters in the MMO into one expansion. And I'm sure moving forward, they'll find a good balance of how to do that, because as an MMO, when you introduce so many characters, you can't always have all the main ones in there, because it's going to be so much to take in as a player. Especially if you're focusing on the story, you will notice like a real overwhelming amount of characters to deal with. Church says, well, I think he's fighting his feelings for your Warrior of Light. Light says, there are a lot of fights that felt too easy, like the one with Hien roleplay. There's a video of a person beating it by doing next to nothing, just moving around. I'm not sure I know that fight. Shaq says, Jeremy Eden didn't meet Hien yet, so maybe a spoiler. Oh, it's totally fine. Hien, I have no idea what that is. It sounds like a person. Alright, I'm going to scroll down some more. Dragon says, ESO plays on PS4 are huge. Players everywhere in EP. Arliam JH. Hey, Lim, he says, hey there. How's everybody? Ha. Good to see you. And I know I'm 40 minutes behind. I am doing well. Hope you are too. Okay, scrolling down some more, we have Daniel in chat. Hey, Daniel says, what MMORPG or game do you use the most time on at the moment? These three, I suppose. Elder Scrolls Online, Guild Wars 2, which I've recently dialed back on because I've gotten everything that I wanted out of my Sky Skill mount, and I'm not chasing the Vision Legendary Trinket right now because I spent all my resources crafting the latest Legendary Greatsword, Exordium, and I don't feel like grinding some more for the next Legendary until maybe a couple of months. So I'm dialing back down Guild Wars 2, but they're going to come up with a meta event on June the 4th, which I'll be jumping back into. I'm so screwed! Too many games, man. And World of Warcraft, I'm also dialing down a little bit, waiting for 8.2, and then Classic later on. So those 4 games: WoW, ESO, Final Fantasy, Guild Wars 2. Dragon says, you're right, ESO is pretty easy, and Argonians have a ton of health and makes drinks better. But it is what it is. I think ESO talk is kind of okay. It's kind of top 2 MMOs right now. Yeah, I don't mind talking about ESO, just that I don't want to ruin the stream for anybody else who came to watch some Final Fantasy. Light21 says, I think that's a general thing with MMOs, making a lot of stuff very easy to make it as accessible as possible. This is a really good point and something we should discuss more. You know, the difficulty levels in MMOs. How easy should it be? How hard should it be? Should scaling be a thing? Last night's ESO stream I was having, we had a really good discussion about scaling in general. Why some people don't like it, why some people like it. Does it make content harder? Does it not? We have Nicholas in chat. Hey, Nick says, will you be streaming WoW Classic Beta? It's insane that the best MMO channel isn't doing it. If you mean my channel, I am not the best MMO channel. I don't know about the other MMO channel. Trust me when I say this, I don't even have time to go watching other channels. I am not in the closed beta. I have access to the stress test, but I cannot get on it for some reason. But I will be streaming WoW Classic. I just can't get into the beta, unfortunately. I'm not that important of a person to receive a beta invite. Dragon says, even ESO is not easier than BFA, though. BFA is the easiest expansion I've ever played. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, in terms of landscape content, definitely. Lim says, wow, Jeremy Adrian passed on augmented EQs. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, you mean the equipment from rewards? Oh, probably. Yeah, I should have looked at that. Shag says, social tab for emotes. Thanks for that. Oh, V pose for victory pose. Okay, here. Now that we know what it is, it's V pose. Damn it, I thought victory would have done the trick. Ooh. Where have I seen that before? I have seen that thing with the rubbing of the katana on the that part. I've seen that before. Avengers Endgame, when Hawkeye or what's his thing now? Ronin, he does that in the trailer, or he does that. I've seen it. Moises Bracco just subscribed. Thank you, Moises. Welcome to the channel. If you're watching the stream or if you came from one of my news videos, I appreciate it. Howdy, howdy. Thanks, Light. That was really helpful. Dragon says, Adrian, I recommend always selecting greed, even for equipment you don't need. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Jusmel says, manslave, what the hell? I wanted to say manservant, but it came out as manslave. I apologize. Alright, let's get to the ceremony, and I'll continue to catch up in chat. Excellent. I only hope Thancred and the others will not be late. Alright, let's be good. Let's make it a good one. Let's see if the dragons come. Let's see what else happens here. I'm excited for this, because this is the fruits of our Heavensward labor, right? That's a decent amount of people. And drop it. There's a banner made. I remember Amric saying something like that. We made like a special commemorative banner or something like that.
The appointed hour approaches.
Aye.
Oh, that's the person that tried to ruin the entire ceremony the last
She
time
begged
out.
leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
What's that mean, Emmerich?
Have I ever done otherwise?
You may now. We don't even know what's about to say. Come on, get to it, Emo. Oh, here they come. Our guests.
Look!
Or guest. It's just one dragon.
The White Dragon!
Ah, how long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thordan, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Hraesvelgr, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood which they yearned to see restored.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer. Brothers and sisters, ye who stand as witness, hearken to me. Since the days of Eld, when the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end, losses beyond counting, and still we fought. And still we fought. Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us. But we, the living, can yet choose another course. Here and now, we can lay down this burden, this hatred, this vengeance. Our forebears fought not so that we could die, but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence. Let us gift them a new legacy. Life.
Betwixt our peoples yawneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children. A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
Father and his beloved, as they were so long ago, happy and at peace. The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
Yay! We did it! I think.
Never!
Oh, shit. Okay. Who be that? Oh. Hello, Nidhogg. AKA Estinian. Oh, shit. Holy shit, that's pretty brutal. Right on that new fancy plaque that we just got.
Child of Dravania, art thou grown so forgetful that thou wouldst forsake kith and kin and consort with the spawn of Thornton? That thou wouldst dare contemplate peace? Hearken unto me, all of you! The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution. Till the coming of that day, look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath. None shall escape my revenge!
Seven hells. Damn you, Nidhogg.
That must be the dumbest dragon alive.
Hells, take that worm! While he lives, we'll never know peace.
He had everybody of power standing right here.
There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone.
He could have just breathed fire and we're all dead.
So
But he
let's
chose to
kill
fly
the
away.
bastard and be done with it. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
I heard you the first time.
Death to Nidhogg! 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 Death to Nidhogg!
I didn't hear a damn thing. So there we have it. We had peace for like a minute with the dragons. And now I guess we're back at it again. All we gotta do is just take out Nidhogg. Get Estinian back. Although that will be hard because everybody in Ishgard saw that it was Estinian who killed the dragon, even though it's not really him. It's kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, possessed by Nidhogg because he has both eyes. That happened at the end of Heavensward. There they go, the last of the guests, having come hither with hope with their hearts, and they depart with hatred and bloodlust. Ah, boy. For mercy, Vidinvir's wound was not mortal. Oh, she's not dead. Okay, the dragon's not dead. Okay, thank God, because I was so sure that the dragon died. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'll probably take something from my white mage here. Well, that was something. Alright, I'm gonna catch up in chat here. Excuse me. Alright, what do we got? Dragon says, other than when you have need for available and select, of course. Also says, I'm glad Minfilia is gone. She made me do all the dirty work. She was nothing more than a glorified receptionist. That's a fun way to put it. Unless she returns in Stormblood or Shadowbringers, I don't know. I think she's coming back. I could be wrong. I mean, I did see her kind of together with the Mother Crystal or something like that. I don't know. She's like the voice of the Crystal Highland now. Minfilia says, pray, return to the waking sense, the receptionist. I remember seeing that a lot. Yeah, she didn't really do anything. Even the best ideas came from other members in the 7th Dawn. Wow, you guys really have something against Minfilia, huh? Light Grandma says, hey, Word Light, come back to our base so we can tell you to go somewhere else, even though we just gave you a link shell to talk to you anytime. That is the entirety of patch 2.0 to 2.55. The entirety of that was just that. I don't know a single person that actually likes Minfilia, says Light21. When she disappeared in Heaven's Word, I was super happy she is gone and won't return. Wow. We should all have, like, Minfilia hate t-shirts or something like that. Medicorn says, I don't mind her having my main character at level 42 still. She's useless and boring. Alright, don't... For anyone who hasn't played Final Fantasy yet or watching this, don't worry about Minfilia. You'll grow to like her because she does do something to save your life later on. So you'll be a little bit appreciative. Arlim says, are you going to use your free Fantasia to change your character's look and species? I'm definitely going to Fantasia into a Hrothgar. I don't know. Like, I wanna have a Hrothgar, I want to have a Viera, but I don't want to give up this character because I've spent so much time with her now. And I'm like, maybe I'll just create another alt for checking out the new races. I just can't really see myself morphing my character. Like, it's the one thing that I don't usually do with my other MMO is changing the race of a character. I probably have to start over. Because sometimes I do get attached to the look and feel of my character. So I know it's a kind of nerdy answer, but that's who I am. Light says, remember this legendary Thancred? No! In the most monotonous voice. I don't, actually. When was that? Dragon says, I feel like Connie Santa will play a bigger role in Shadowbringers with her visions and whatnot. I don't know anything beyond Stormblood, so I can't really say. We have Elizabeth in chat says, hi, Waves, I'm a little late to the stream. Hi, Elizabeth. I am a little late getting back to your chat. Not a little late, actually. I'm 15 minutes late. I'm so sorry. Alright, that's a lot of chat to get through. Me, Current says, I thought I was a very young boy. Always got thinking a prodigy is fine, but this young man as the head of a guild and then another prodigy child is stretching it a bit. Me, Current says, well, yours is the best MMO channel I know of. Who do you think is the best MMO channel? Oh, me. Oh, I don't know. There's this, well, I don't know how to quantify best. If you mean best by the most amount of subscribers, I don't know. The other MMO channels I watch are usually people that I know of. Guys like Andang for Lotro, the Herald, Crichton Herald for Guild Wars 2, a little bit of Wood and Potatoes too, who does Guild Wars 2. I've recently watched a couple of vids from somebody called Cry, because, you know, when I was putting out my Ascent Infinite Realm videos, I did see a lot of the, you know, related pop-ups, and I thought, oh, let's just watch, see what other people are doing. But beyond that, I try not to look in too much. You know, I will probably explore more channels because I do want to collaborate with others. It's just that it's hard to find that, you know. Dragon says the voice is female and she wears a woman's robe. Oh man, okay, I'm way behind chat. I'm gonna spend 2 minutes catching up, alright? Lib says rubbing of the katana. Isn't that what you called it? I could be wrong, I don't know. Light says, I think there should be multiple, at least a bit challenging fights in the story. It's a natural push to make people more interested in getting better in the game. I do agree with that. At the same time, I think MMO should make it not mandatory, but have systems that really pushes you at your pace to make you the best player that you want to be. But not necessarily by forcing you into it, that is. Like 21 says, because you shouldn't be able to get through the game by pressing one button and not using anything else. In that sense, I do agree. I'm not talking about getting 100% optimized, just doing some simple stuff like combos. Yeah, that part I agree. Dragon says, not playing on meals with feminine robes, though. Alright, you guys are talking amongst each other. Dragon says, a woman who has earned the respect of her people by always letting her actions speak as loud as her words, or a feeble demeanor bellies her bravery at the Battle of Cartnow. Are you reading that off some sort of description or something? I'm totally lost now in terms of what are you guys talking about. Lim says, Amaric's speech always gets you. That was a good speech. Too bad it was just ruined so fast. Dragon says, also she looks younger than she is. Apparently she's 28. Who's 28? Who the hell is 28? The Gridania chick? Connie Senna? She's 28? How do you know? Where do you see that info? If that's the case, then I would like to know all the ages of the NPCs around us. Growing says, not being a teenager boy, but a grown woman is going to remove that itch for not liking the character that much. Are you guys talking about an elf now? Light 21 says, all living... How do you pronounce that? Pajals or white mages. A Pajal sounds familiar? I can't picture what it is. Elizabeth says, yo, he needs a Snickers. He ain't himself when he's hungry. Well, to be fair, I assume you're talking about Nidhogg, aka Estinian. He hasn't eaten in a very long time, I suppose, since he became Nidhogg. Light says, Nidhogg, revenge, the aged dragon. He ate himself at all. I'm guessing we're going to have to kill Estinian. I mean, I don't know, but I'm guessing we're going to kill Estinian and Nidhogg at the same time. Which will be a little sad, because Estinian is kind of one of my... I do like that character a lot in Heavensward, alongside the one that we lost to, Iceheart. I keep forgetting her real name. Ysel, however you pronounce that. Midgard is morally gray according to Sylvanas' fans. Oh, we're talking about Warcraft now. What about Sylvanas? Oh, well, if we're stoking that fire, I'm just going to say this. Sylvanas is a really fun character. I do like Sylvanas as a character, because he totally pissed off a lot of people. And, for the right reasons, because it sparked conversation what she did and all that horror stuff. Now Thrall is coming back, and yeah, good times. But I do like Sylvanas. I do like her arc. The burning of Tal'Driscoll is still one of my favorite moments, or most impactful moments from an MMO when I experienced that live on stream. Dragon says, funny thing is, Blizzard never said even once that Sylvanas is morally gray. Was taken out of context. We have Omega line. Hey, Omega. Omega says, Nidhogg isn't trying to kill them. He wants them to suffer for all eternity. I can see that. I would just think that killing us right now would kind of remove the direct threat to him, which is me. Even though I don't know if I can die or not. But at the same time, you're taking out generations of people, and then have their children know the fear from what Nidhogg can do by, burning people alive and stuff like that. Light 21 says, I heard you the first time that the mob starts shouting the same thing over and over again. I want to interrupt there and say that at that particular part, it sounded like, one of your computer virus. Kill Nidhogg, or whatever the chant was. But once more people started coming in, it sounds like one of those computer viruses that you got where, the thing keeps pinging over and over again. Like a damaged robot. Electron says, totally not a crazy psychopath making war crimes left and right. Totally not like a gouge. Yeah, you guys are indeed talking about that. Drag says, well, I don't hate Minfilia, just feel she's wasted potential. Maybe she's got a bigger role to play. I don't know. Oh, what do we have here? Causes and costs. We will get a new battle stance. And a banded chest containing a complete set of augmented Hellfire armor. Damn it. I wish I could preview it. Well, that's cool. Alright, let's pick that up. Okay, when I said I wished to speak with you after the conference, I confessed Thinking of happier circumstances. If anything, however, this latest strategy makes the need more pressing. Here's what I must say, not to the Warrior of Light or even to my fellow sign, but to you, Hraesvelgr, my friend. I'm not sure we're technically friends, but okay, go ahead. But not here, no. We could have just gone into the inn, or in the underground area, or to the bar or somewhere, even go back to Ishgard, but no, we're going all the way back to Camp Dragonhead. Well done, boy. Hey, back to the chat. Dragon says, sorry, I'll try to chat less. Oh no, don't worry about it. I usually catch up just late. I just feel bad in case anybody asks a question, and I'm way behind on that question, then they'll never get their answer. So anyway, you help me, I help you. If somebody asks a question in chat and you guys know I'm way behind, if it's within your means to help them out, please do. That way it'll save me a lot of pain and some form of regret when I catch up to that part of the chat and realize they left the stream without getting an answer. Alright, let me in. Unicorn says, no, if he catches up, and once he catches up, he goes to hell for a month. Man, Midicurn, you are... Can you imagine that? Like, there's a punishment for catching up to the chat. It's just like one of those posts I saw on Facebook this morning. So the post was a scenario, right? So you've got 10 million bucks in bag right now. You have 10 million with you right now. If you take the money, you will be followed by a snail for the rest of your life, and if the snail touches you, you immediately die. Do you take the money? Do you take the 10 million and live a life like that, where you're constantly being chased by a snail, and if it catches you, you die? I thought that was hilarious as shit, because I couldn't decide whether I would take the 10 million or not, knowing that I have to always look over my shoulder or at the ground for this fucking snail and try and survive. But yeah, well, I'm not sure why I brought that up. We got Vase9 in chat. Hey, Vase9 says, morning from US in Washington State. Nice. What time is it in Washington?
That took longer than expected.
Oh, he brought me a drink. Thank you all, if you know. I could, in fact...
You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss.
See, the last time somebody brought me a mug...
It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I. In our very own falling snows, as Lord Hraesvelgr called it.
I remember that. It was the beginning of the Heavensward.
I still struggle to believe he is gone. And Azel, too.
Azel.
I had such hopes for her. Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not any. I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinian at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinian, and I want to save him.
Is he savable, though?
When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emeric and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emeric is willing to forsake Estinian, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try.
Oh, what's the vision? Oh, yeah, that's the start of Heavensward. Yeah, that we went through all that in this very room with Archfont. Alright, here's these choices that you make, which I still don't know whether it has any consequence or not. What will you say? We will find a way to save him, to aid those in need, or ... See, My head wants to go with ... but my heart says we will save him.
We will. I know we will.
You bet. I'm gonna try that. Every time my character nods, I'll try to nod too. Okay, checking in chat. Elizabeth says, I want to have a job that I get paid to play MMOs. It would be perfect for me, especially in the character creation. I spent an hour in Black Desert's character creation Xbox. I swear to God, I spent almost an hour myself in... The first time I jumped into Black Desert, I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. It's like playing The Sims. You know, you're never truly happy, satisfied when you play The Sims and you try to make the perfect character. Especially, I think, 3 or 4, they had their really awesome character creation tool. And that's not even an MMO. But yeah, BDO is pretty fun. But hey, if you want a job that pays for MMOs, I mean, if you guys have the means for it, yeah, if your PC can handle it, if you got a good webcam, you got a good mic, start your way up slowly. Try streaming, try writing about the games that you play, or doing stuff with your, you know, favorite part of an MMO, whatever. If you're a really hardcore dungeon runner, then hey, why not record a video of your, of you going through that dungeon, and what would really help is, you know, have some tips in the video along the way. Oh, this is what you need to get to this point, or you know, such and such. I mean, for us as MMOs itself, we are a niche, right? So if you're going to be a content creator in this department, you got to really try and stand out a little bit more. But it's always nice to have that foot in the door. Start on Twitch, start on YouTube, start a blog, do something, you know. And if you guys are interested in, you know, becoming a content creator for MMO, and yeah, it may take you somewhere. All you got to do is just take that first step. It's always about the first step. Dragon says, "Hello, Adrian, confused by our conversations." Yeah, it's kind of hard because I'm here trying to, you know, scroll and read as fast as I can. So sometimes I only get a snippet or a hint of the conversation, and I've got to put A and B together. And at that point, I guess you guys were talking about the future of the Horde and stuff. I don't know. Dragon says, "Kani Santa is 28. Me too." Wow, I never knew that. It was probably outed by Square Enix. That's cool. I'd like to know that stuff, because when I don't know, when you know a main character's age, or in an MMO or whatever, or in a game, then you can, I don't know, make a connection with that in terms of your decisions, the way they talk. Dragon says, "I'm not that surprised that Square Enix has made several characters over the franchise who's way older than they look." Light21 says, "Also, every class has different victory and battle stance emote." That makes sense, because that thing was definitely a samurai thing. I think. I don't know. Alright, carrying on here. Alphino says, "Thank you, Havelwin. It's unfair of me to unburden myself in this manner, time after time, but I'm glad that you permit me nonetheless. You are my true friend and ally. I am no such thing. Though not all of our fellow Scions will support our stands on Estinian, I have faith that we'll win them over in due course. Such is the factious power of hope." Right, that is quite enough solemn introspection for one day. I think we would both benefit from some time in the company of Tataru. Okay, let's go see Tataru. And yeah, just now we have a lot of others. Other characters, I was going to say, that still needs reintroductions again. Those two, I'll never get his name right. Papillamo, that, you know what I'm talking about. The one that's always with the Yida. Where are we going? Back to Ishgard, right? Yep, Fort Tom Manor. Elizabeth says, "Man, I miss my red mage." Orion says, "Haha, just fly to an island." Why would I do that? Unless you're talking about the snail thing that I brought up earlier. Okay, Fort Tom Manor, I believe it is the last vigil. Dragon says, stop there, criminal scum. You have violated the law. You're catched up on chat. Pay the fine and I'm confiscating your stolen goods. Or it's off to jail. Oblivion internet guard. That'll be a pretty cool punishment. Alright, Alpha now. Take me inside. Let's see what news. Yet again, we walk in an all too familiar path. I'm reminded of when we first came to this manor. Lost and uncertain, we were granted succor in the head of need. Succor. We were saved, and now it is our turn to return to favor. Hear, hear! Let no one say that the Scions do not repay their debts. The Lannisters always do. After all, what kind of people would we be if we forsook our friends? Papa Limo. I was close. I just saw his name in there. Okay, we have to understand the true nature of the star, the rift between Zodiac and Heidelin. So those are the two, you know, the whole Warrior of Light and Dark thing. Yeah, I want to see that story continue further. I'm really interested in what happens next with that arc, the Warrior of Darkness arc. Alright, let's see. We'll find a way to triumph. We will. I'm kind of wondering when all these Ishgard stuff will end. Okay, decision time. Striking. I'm pretty sure mine's all striking. And that is done. I've lost count of what we are, or where we are right now. You have learned the emote battle stance. Cutscene.
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinian. The terrible, all-consuming rage. Enough to fuel a 1000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis, and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still. To the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
Oh. Warrior of Darkness, right over there. I don't know his name, though. Oh, Thancred. Good thinking. Like a true spy. Well done. Alright, check in chat. Light21 says, easy, just buy a land. Okay, hold that thought. What is this?
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
From the Memoirs of Count Edmund de Forton. I guess that's the end of the patch, right? Alright, here, I'm gonna take a look at the cheat sheet of all the quests. So, we just completed 3.2. Yeah, we just finished 3.2, the Gears of Change. So, right now, we're gonna be starting patch 3.3, Revenge of the Horde. Caution, Yida, that is all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them. I wonder what these two are up to. I guess we'll find out in the next patch. Oh, you guys are gonna like this next patch. 3.3, there's only like 6 quests, but there's 1 dungeon and 1 trial back to back. So there is a chance that the death counter will go up tonight. Yeah, I know you guys are eagerly waiting to see that, huh? Okay, I'm not sure what I just missed there. The only thing I saw was a mask. Yay, done. Right, before I pick that up, let's look at and let's scroll up and read some chat. Alright, where do I sell? Like Tremor says, easy, just buy a lot of land with money, then hire a lot of people to dig a moat around your property and fill it with salt. Salt kills snails. I'm so sorry, guys. While genius, I forgot to mention about that part. You cannot kill the snail. The snail, if it catches you and touches you, it will kill you, but you cannot kill the snail for 10 million bucks. I'm sorry, I forgot that very important point. You cannot kill the snail. But that's fun though. I like the creativity there. Just that you constantly have to keep moving or keep running away with 10 million bucks. But no, you cannot kill it. Ryan says snail trap. I've not seen a snail trap. Over here, you know, rainy season, you get a lot of snails. You just see them dead everywhere, but I've never seen a snail trap. But a snail farm I've seen, because escargot, I'm not ashamed to admit that I like that. That's pretty delicious in garlic butter. Vaishna says, almost 9 AM over here. I'm looking forward to the next trial. Haha. Next trial is about 3 more quests, I think, and I'll get to that. We have Andy in chat. Hey, Andy. He says, Adrian, good to see you. I like your camera changes. We're headed to the farmer's market, but I'm leaving the tab up. Have a great one. Awesome, Andy. Thanks. The camera changes is only temporary, unfortunately. I usually remove my background when I'm over at my stream desk. Funny story, for those of you that have not seen yesterday's stream, the reason why I'm sitting in this part of the room instead of there is because I sprayed a lot of pesticide over there, and unfortunately, I think it's because of that I got some in my eye, on my right eye, and I've gotten some, you know, infection yesterday, and it was really annoying. So I'm just moving over here for a bit, just to make, you know, get that place cleaned up, and I'll go back there. But going to the farmer's market, huh? That's cool. And Andy is TomBombdahill. There we go. Okay. I was wondering. That's cool. Good to see you, Tom. Hey, have fun in the market, buddy. Elizabeth says, firstly, I need to get a job to even afford a PC. Well, if it's any consolation, building your own PC is going to be way cheaper than, you know, buying a gaming laptop or something like that. And she also says, since all I currently have is an Xbox One, which is also good, you can get a stream card. There's a couple of great ones, AverMedia capture card, or you can get an Elgato capture card that you can plug to your Xbox and then plug it into your PC, and then you can just directly stream via that method, or record some footage and edit it, you know, on a secondary computer or something like that. Vista says, phew, I spent over $2,000 for your PC. Awesome. I guess that's a good rig. How much is it anyway? Okay, for example, for those of you in the UK or those of you in the US, because I don't know if it translates well over here. So this may have been 2 years ago. 3 years ago, sorry. I'm using a GTX 1080, and I'm running on an i7 6700, and that's pretty much the setup that I used. That's where most of the money went to. So in total Malaysian ringgit for me, that was about 7,000 bucks, and that should be about 1,005-ish US dollars, 1,008, almost 2K USD if you're going to do the currency conversion. So a 2K PC over there must be like, what's the average you'd pay for a PC over there? 2K's probably high end, right? I just wish prices would drop so I could upgrade. Like, everybody's been telling me, hey, you should time to get an RT, man. Time to go to 260 or 270, 280. I'm like, I can push a lot out of my 1080. I'm gonna drill this bugger until there's no longer life in the card, and then I'll probably get an upgrade. It's other stuff that I want to upgrade, like space. You know, if you're trying to get into YouTube or whatever, you're making videos, the one thing people don't warn you about is you will need a lot of storage space. Sure, you need the graphics, you need the RAM, and if you're editing and saving videos and all that, if you're out of space, you are so messed up. So don't forget about space. Dragon says, I bought one of those big packages with 6 1.5 liter colas yesterday. Carrying that home with groceries wasn't very convenient. Don't have a car. Yikes. Hey, how about... there's a lot of tech startups, even in my area, where you can order groceries from your phone now. There's apps for that, right? You can get an Uber Eats, and a whole bunch of things. Do you guys do that? Do you guys order groceries from your phones? Or is this like way out of that, or you guys are just prefer doing the old-fashioned way? I don't know. Curious. Learn more about you at the same time. Elizabeth says, yeah, I only have $200 to live off Ike, so PC right now is the furthest away goal. Are you a student or something, Elizabeth? $200 to live off? Is that like your student allowance, or... And Midichlorian says, Papa Limo, there we go, thank you. Drake says, so he didn't do Omega thing yet. I'm not sure what Omega thing is yet. Unless you meant the base game thing. Alright, I'm going to carry on chat once I pick this up. The Man Within. And this is going to give me more gear. Nice. Alright, House429 has a message for you. Gimme. Ah, Mistress Grimm. It is well that you are here. You are wanted within. I believe Master Alphino wishes a word with you. Alright, I'm going to check the cheat sheet again. We're about 2 quests out from the dungeon and trial, so yeah, this will be fun. Oh yeah, I can't get in without a proper... Yeah, there we go. Patient says, work hard. Elizabeth says, no, I mean literally only $200 left for my savings to live off. I'm still looking for a job. No idea what I'm going to do when it runs out. Oh no! All the best with your interviews or whatever. I mean, I hope you land a good job. Dragon says, everyone dies and goes to hell. Dragon, that took a really dark turn there. What's going on? Alvin says, Havelin, there you are. Have a moment. There's something I would fain discuss. Lay it on me. I must ask you to recall the events which unfolded at the peace conference, though I dare say you would sooner forget them. My mind returns again and again to the moment when Nidhogg appeared before the crowd, and in the guise of Stinian, it was a sight to chill the soul. But that apparently has given him hope that he can be saved. But he has no evidence to support this impression. Thus did I turn to Y'shtola and Krill for a more empirical appraisal, and full glad that I did that. Okay, so they have their own observations, and the ladies have saved us a table at the Forgotten Night. I like the sound of that. In fact, the one thing that I'd really like to see MMOs do more is have, after a big expansion where the big baddie dies, is that all the main characters and your character just kind of have a scene where everybody's just sitting down at the bar, drinking, talking, eating, making jokes. Just that sort of bonding moment with your character and NPCs. Kind of like if anybody played Dragon Age Inquisition, there's just one scene where everybody is you know, getting drunk and playing cards, and you know, it's a really great payoff moment that the game earns, really, due to the amount of time you spent with those characters and where we find ourselves in terms of what's going on. So I'd like to see more MMOs do that, especially MMOs that are very old now and can afford to do that. I'd like to see that. Okay, Vista says, keep on looking, you will eventually get one. Yeah, keep looking. We're behind you. Elizabeth says, I'm in the UK. Is dumb hard to get a job here. Ugh, fortunately I wouldn't know, but it's that hard. I've passed the time by going to college twice. Yikes. Drag says, come to Norway. You won't get sent to prison here for speaking your mind. I've heard a lot of good things about Norway, like Norwegian prisons, for example. Is it true? Like, they give you your own, like, library, and you can just sit down and read books, and, you know. I've heard a lot of good things about Norway. Alright, I'll be upset if nobody offers me a drink here.
We have kept you waiting over long, I fear.
Not to worry, Alphino. We had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company.
They drank without us.
Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Jibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humors.
Well, I'm really craving some wine now.
Indeed. But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Ah, no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Let us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinian's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us?
Oh, me?
You spoke of the sudden pangs which racked his body when you took up both of Nidhogg's eyes, and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
Okay, yep, that did happen.
When he appeared at Falcon's Nest, the worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I descried dark tendrils which entangled his very being. His ether has been all but smothered.
Then he is lost to us forever?
Maybe it's for the
what
best.
What did I just say about jumping to conclusions? Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered. As I later discovered, her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else. And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion that the something else I'd sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
So, Estinian's conscious and is fighting back, inside the dragon. I could be wrong.
Yes, 'tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
Great.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp, then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Alphino. By all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers. Even should you succeed in excising the eyes from the dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinian's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul, even at the risk of mine own.
I found you at last.
The manservant.
A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphino.
Sir Emmerich would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Onawa.
"'Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours."
Deal.
Thank you, Y'shtola, Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then. Sir Emmerich awaits.
Sweet. So at least there's a sliver of chance that we may get Estinian back. Don't know before Stormblood or during or after.
Alphino is allowing his feelings for this dragoon to cloud his thoughts.
Uh-oh.
I worry he may do something rash. Keep an eye on him, would you?
I'm not a babysitter, but sure. Right, check it in chat. Vasia says, I remember getting my dragon.
They think more of their friends' deliverance than their foes' defeat. But will history commend their fealty or condemn their folly?
Good question. Vasia, I remember getting my first job was difficult to get. Elizabeth says, LOL, I got told I was overqualified to work at KFC.
The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration of the reconciliation twixt man and dragon. But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity to remind the children of Ishgard that the Dragonsong War was far from over.
Indeed. It's kind of starting to feel like it's dragging out a little bit.
When fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg.
Oh no, not you two.
Death to Nidhogg.
Death to Nidhogg. Vaishna says same with IT. Dragon says that's just how, that's just a way to hide their true meaning, Elizabeth, which is we'd have to pay you more, so we don't want you. That's a good point. Vaishna says that's stupid. You need a bit of money either way. Video Clone says you're overqualified. The chicken legs will go into a nuclear meltdown if you handle them. Oh boy, Elizabeth says poop. Yeah, I was contemplating on selling lewds. Come on, folks. There's better suggestions out there. You'll find something. Just keep at it. Be confident. Yeah, that I agree with. Vic says, dude, what happened to Thordan? Did I miss that stream? Unfortunately, what I did to Thordan with other people, I'm talking about the trial, that is. We fought him and I killed him, but that was not on stream, unfortunately. Dragon says Thordan was cool, but again, it was too easy. I don't remember the Thordan fight. Yeah, maybe I do. Yeah, it's the one where he turns and you have to fight the two Asians that will merge into one big one before that. Yeah, that part I do remember. Alright, casting, healing, and aiming. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go with casting. Yeah, I'll healing. Why not? Okay, next part of the quest. An ally for Ishgard. Pick that one up and an inch closer to the dungeon. Okay. I guess we're hoping that Estinian has been found. Veshta says, not sure if I want to go to college. Oh, it's gonna be different from everybody, you know, what everybody says about education, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Like, I went to,
My friends, I thank you for coming.
You have had news of Nidhogg?
Alas not. Our scouts range far and wide, but they have as yet found no trace of the Great Worm.
We dispatched an elite unit of dragoons to reconnoiter the churning mists, but even they returned empty-handed.
A pity.
Fear not, Alphino. We shall see the worm again soon enough. His words at Falcon's Nest attest to that. Indeed, he is like to come sooner than we would wish.
I assume Ishgard's defenses are being bolstered as we speak?
With all haste. I mean to call upon every able-bodied warrior at our disposal, from the Knights of the Four Houses to the men and women of the Watch. But I did not summon you to discuss strategy.
What then would you have of us, my lord?
I will speak plain. Now that Nidhogg is possessed of both of his eyes, no mortal force we can muster will repel him. That being the case, we must needs recruit an ally of equal strength.
You speak of Hraesvelgr?
I do. To whom else could we turn?
That he is Nidhogg's equal, I do not deny. Nor can I name another. But convincing the reclusive creature to do battle with his own brood brother will be... how shall I put this?
It will be no small undertaking, yes. Estinian's report was most particular about Hraesvelgr's unwillingness to involve himself in the affairs of men. But much has changed since your visit to Som'al, and if there is even a chance that the dragon may be swayed, I must plead our case. Whatever price the dragon asks of me, I shall pay it. Such was my oath, to defend the people of Ishgard. Come what may, my friends, the battle with Nidhogg will mark the end of my tenure as the acting head of church and state. Will you help me discharge this final duty?
Right. So, we're gonna go convince another dragon to fight his brother. We may have a Godzilla scenario here.
Though I fear our involvement offers no guarantee of success. Come then. We will depart at your leisure.
Let's go.
Thank you. Both of you. The city is yours, First Commander.
My lord, we shall pray for your swift return.
Alright, so that's interesting. When they were talking about getting an ally of equal power or whatever, it just didn't occur to me that would go get Hraesvelgr, because the last time we kind of confronted him, he was kind of, you know, didn't want to take anybody's side. So, I suppose now we'll have to convince him. Otherwise, we'll see how that plays out. Alright, let's check it in chat. Vasa says, not sure if I want to go to college. It's a really interesting point. Like, even for me, I went to college, to university, and then to my first job, and my experience with that is, you know, I paid so much money for a degree, and I gotta be honest, the first, like, 3 years of my working life, there wasn't much I learned in my degree that was applicable to real-life working experience, especially in my field, which was communications and public relations. Like, honest to God, it is the working experience and the dealing with people is what I value more rather than the degree. And I still feel that way today. But that's for one particular field. I can't speak for everything else out there. Elizabeth says, I want to do something with MMOs. I write a lot also, create characters and story arcs and quest arc. Yeah, just keep writing. And you just got to know where to look. You know, submit your stories online. Find, you know, writing sites or things like that, blogs. Dragons vs. College was really easy, and there's plenty of people who went to college who don't have a job. I guess it's also the times, right? Well, MediaCurrent says, I was checking, I can delete my own chat messages. Yeah, you guys can edit your own chat messages down there, in case you need to do so. Boopy says, can't you just put a plastic box around the snail? Maybe, unless it's a... I don't know, it was a Facebook post, that's all I know. 10 million bucks, you can't kill it, it will continue to chase you around the world wherever you go, and if it touches you, you die. That's the stipulations. Rudy says, howdy, hey Rudy, sorry if I'm getting to you late, welcome to the stream. Dragon says, just leave the snails alone. Rudy says, Edelas, I catch up with the stream. Vista says, presentation of Thorn was epic, but extreme version was fun. Minicurrent says, Snails gave us one of the most hilarious ads. Respect, Snails. Dragon says, Adrian, you've seen the, well, to me it is new ESO zone guide. It's quite good, removes a lot of the issues, finding out how many things you're missing and where to go next to find the next zone story. Yeah, I've seen it. I made a video about it in one of my previews for, well, the Rapstone DLC, but now that I've used it some more, I think it's a really neat feature. Honest to God, and I use it a lot because it reminds me a lot of Guild Wars 2's interactive map system. You know, you hover over a map, you see what needs to be done or what's left to do, and yeah, I wish more MMOs had that thing. Got Daj in chat. Hey, Daj. It says, what's the funnest class? No, what's the funniest class? You mean funnest? Funniest class? I don't know. Funnest class. I only play 2 jobs, or have played 2 jobs. The Dragoon and the Samurai, and I do enjoy the Samurai. Can't speak for others. Hopefully other Final Fantasy players in chat can help you out there. So, what's the fun class, everybody? Go, go, go. Elizabeth says, I have a 200 pound to my name until I can find a job. I've had to move back to my mother's home. It sucks. Hey, honestly, you know, there's nothing wrong, especially in today's economy. If housing, at least here, down here in Malaysia, owning property is one of the most expensive things anybody could do. Like, most of my friends that graduated in my batch, the ones that could purchase their own houses are either pilots who earn a lot of money, and that's about it. It's expensive to buy a house or even buy an apartment, or, you know, a lot of us rent. We don't own houses, so maybe it's just something with the times, really. Graspy says, I spent 4,000 on a high-end gaming PC 3 years back before the Legion expansion. I run double 980s. Nice, the 980 generation. Yeah, I missed my 980. 980 was cool. I used to have a 980. Boopy says, RTX is really not worth it yet. Ooh. Do elaborate, Boopy. See, I'm not much of a tech guy. I just go with the times. Like, for me, I'm more into the gaming side, but I realized the necessity of needing to keep up with, you know, proper tech. So I want to try and keep up with the cards and everything. So why is the RTX not really worth it? Is it because of optimization with games, or what's going on there? Dragon says, Norway is hard to get a job despite the low population. It's because of low job supply. 2 years ago, there was a store with 64k job applicants. What the hell is that? Wow, one store, 64,000 job apps? Yikes. Well then. Basis says, I have a girlfriend in the Philippines, and they overcharge computers parts. It's usually cheaper to buy it from Amazon and ship it over there yourself. Oh, that's interesting. Over here, it's more expensive to buy from Amazon and get them to come into the country because we do have taxes on customs tax. So it's cheaper to get it from retail stores or kind of like DIY build your own PC stores where everything's assembled for you, and the only additional money you're paying is for the service charge for them to put the thing together. Unless, of course, you're tax savvy and you know how to build your own PC and tear them apart. Yeah, that's interesting. We're the opposites there, but I can see why there's that sort of price hike. Minicurrent says, wow, has Adrian gone backwards in chat? I have not, and it really doesn't make sense to do that, honestly, because by the time, if I'm going from, you know, going back to the start of the chat, it just, I don't know, that seems a bit weird, doesn't it? Okay. I'm guessing we're pretty close now to that dungeon I keep going on about. But first, upward we need to go. We have Centurion's Scotia Gaming. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong. You guys know my pronunciation is shit, so I do apologize. It says, I'm 400 euros a month. Is that the euro symbol? And that's with student loans stopping over summer. Huh. You know, fun fact, 400 euros is about 1,000, almost close to 2,000 bucks in my currency, so a 400 euro student loan. It's like minimum wage here in Malaysia. So if all of you guys are struggling, hey, come down to like one of these Southeast Asian countries and you can spend some money for shopping or get a job down here, I suppose, but just don't expect the pay to be great. And yeah. Light 21 says, "Oh, I think I know what dungeon and trial's about to happen. I am very hyped now. Oh boy. Okay, this is gonna be good." Okay, on behalf of Ishgard, I apologize unreservedly for getting stabbed to this Vidunfir. But that was all Estinian and Nidhogg, so I'm a dragon full grown, and thou thought to protect me, mortal? Ha. Thy words do remind me of a knight whom I call friend some 1,000 years past. He swore to defend me from harm and hardship. What we could return to the era of peace, when man and dragon knew such comradeship. With that our very effort, we're not undone by Nidhogg. He will not answer, according to Vidunfir. Hraesvelgr is her dad, right? Yeah, I remember coming to Vidunfir the first time we wanted to chat with Hraes. I'm just gonna call him that for short. Go then, but be warned, the Shade's presence hath... Did not read that. Thank you. We shall not disturb your rest any longer. I guess we're on our own, huh? Vicious says, I'm a drug dealer, joking. Hey, we all hustle in our own way, right? No judging here. Light says, oh yes, this will be amazing. Censure says, how do interviews for that profession go? What, for the drug dealer? I don't know. Dragon says, do manipulating people to buy harmful drugs bother you? Answer yes, and don't get the job. This chat is getting interesting. Light 21 says, sir, I don't know what drugs you are talking about. I applied for this job to sell medicine at great prices. Wink, wink. Elizabeth says, I'm 33 and 34 in December, and I still have had only one job, and I've been looking since I was 21. It's stupid. I'm literally about to just give up. Don't give up. Whatever you do, don't. Keep going. You'll get it. Okay, let's go win over the worm. Though I expected no better answer from Vidunfir, I take little pleasure from having been proven right. Okay, let's go. Outside of Mogholm, I guess we're going back to earlier places. Vashna says, at my job interview through my webcam, I show off my racing rig. It's a tech job. That's pretty cool. Racing simulator rig. Nice. Dragon says, nah, it's obviously nothing like a hotel, but a prison system here in Norway is way better than the one in the US. Considering the crime rate, we can see the method don't really work. Vashna says, you guys should come to Eorzea and become adventurers. Good shit. Hey, only if you're willing to put your life down the line. Like, imagine being an adventurer in real life in an MMO. All the raids we'd be doing, the amount of times we're dying and being rezzed again. I'm not sure I'm ready for that. And that's why we have MMOs. So we can live all the different lives and through all the different worlds. It's always good fun. Yeah, this is exactly where we were, like 4 weeks ago, or 5 weeks ago when I was here. Is that you? Yes, it's me. I've returned. I did forget your name, actually. I'm not a big fan of these Moog things. I just see them as flying little marshmallows with wings. So I'm gonna be mean here. Apologies, friend, but all Mughals look the same to me, which... Totally me. Thank you, writers. Thank you, Square Enix, for giving me that choice, because I would pick that every day of the week. I see. Then I suppose our time around the campfire meant less to you than I thought it did. Oh, okay. Maybe now I feel a little bad. But it's the truth. We are here to go face to face with Hraesvelgr again. Yep. Well, I hope you brought the horn. Yeah, I think we have it. We have the horn. Anyway, I'm hoping we do. Alright, I'm skipping forward from most of the discussion here to try and catch up. We've got Rudy saying, can you become Saitama on this game? I'm not sure what Saitama is, so I don't know how to answer that. Anybody in chat can help. Orion says, almost an hour here and still no action! Yeah, well, that's Final Fantasy for you. You gotta get through all the story before the fun stuff comes out, if that is what you're looking for in terms of dungeons and trials. You have to earn it. Earn those story moments to move it forward. Unless, of course, you guys don't care about the story. But it's mandatory for me to get to the next expansion. So that's why I'm doing it. Like this, Adrian is so behind, he probably will never reach this pointed chat. Hey, I got there. I got there in the end. Up we go. I did unlock my flying, which is pretty helpful. Oh, hey, Thisia, that's my sister right there, waiting on a nice-looking Pegasus mount. Alright, let's do this. Lighter wants us after this quest there will be a dungeon and a trial, so at least we will see combat. Indeed. Graspy says, I went to college for women and booze and I did very well. But that doesn't help you in the real world. That was 30 years ago. That's a good reason to go to college for, I suppose. Vagueness is true. After coming out of my first IT contract job, I had so much job interviews called from various companies and I eventually got a contract job at Boeing. Nice. Dragon says, my bad, must have missed that video. Yeah, it's a great feature. I love it in Guild Wars 2. Good point. We're talking about the zone tool thing. I don't get it with Hraesvelgr. All the other dragons speak English.
'Tis not lightly that we beg this audience. Pray hearken to our words, for they concern the future of man and dragon both.
Greetings, Hraesvelgr. I am Emeric de Burrell, acting ruler of the nation of Ishgard. I am come before you to parley on behalf of my people. You foresaw mine intent.
Pretty obvious. I think he can sense it. I'm only skipping here because it's a very long-winded the way he talks. Did not cry for vengeance. Know that on that accursed day, my heart did wither in my breast, and thy kind become unto me harbingers of despair. This only Shiva's gentle dream that preventeth me from flying Nidhogg's shoulder. Grateful that I swore to abjure aggression ere I consumed her. Permit my Chiron to offer or deny thee aid as they see fit, to warn thy people of my brute brother's coming, that thou would dare ask me. I guess we're not getting help, huh?
understand that in your despair at man's betrayal, you seek only the refuge of solitude. But despite your protestations of spent faith, do you not still nurture the smallest flame of hope? I do. If you claim I see falsely, then tell me, why did you consent to bear Hraesvelgr upon your back?
Good point. You got him. Okay, he just called her deluded. I take that back. The child did lament her past sins and sought to balance the scales. Unquenchable passion, just like Shiva, which spurred him to fight. Old love. And for my own part, I would countenance no longer the hands of evil men to use my brute brother's eye for ill.
So you do distinguish between those who acknowledge and repent their sins and those who perpetuate them. Interesting. It seems to me that you have not, in fact, lost faith in mankind as a whole. Rather, you weigh our respective merits by how we allow the past to influence our future.
Should we suffer ties of blood to bind our hands, then? Nay, if the crime is one of unconscionable evil, we must needs condemn it, even should the transgressor be our closest kin. When my father corrupted himself and his followers with the power of a primal, I beseeched the warrior of light to slay him, an act alike to patricide.
True.
That he did not die by my hand matters little. If anything, it heaps greater disgrace upon my name. But had my father not fallen, he would have drawn countless thousands into a holy war of hellish proportions, which I hold the greater crime. Thus did I order his execution, sparing the lives of my people and yours. Alas, your brother Worm now prepares to murder those whom I sought to spare. What is more, he has taken my comrade's body for his own. But if I must slay my dearest friend to defeat my direst foe, I will not flinch from my duty.
Sloskna, dyrkin iles, kolhes nar inish, draor in.
Thanks for ruining the surprise. Oh, he didn't know. Yeah, we didn't tell him. We didn't tell Aymeric about our plans to try and get Estinian out. What will you say? Huh. Help us save our companion. While this shade of vengeance remains, the future will be uncertain. Oh, bugger. Right, help us save our companion. I do begin to see why you saw and trust your hope unto you. The purpose is pure, but so too is my brute brother's wrath, and this is what lent him his all-surpassing might. Have you the strength of will to stand against its terrible shadow, I wonder? Oh, okay, so this is where the dungeon comes into play. I will await you in the ruins where Ratatoskr once dwelled. Heed well the words of my children, hasten back to the place of my trial. Okay, I've been sitting here long enough, going through all this story. Let's get some fighting, or dying in my case. Because as always, a quick reminder for those just joining the stream: I do not research any of the trials and dungeons that I do live on stream beforehand, so I'm jumping into all of this blind, and if I die, I die. Learn on the go. Alright, let's check in chat some more. Dragon says, any guessing on PlayStation 5 GPU since it supports 8K? I do not know. I'm not much of a PS guy, unfortunately, but hopefully other console people out there will know more. We have Rug in chat. Hey, Rug. Good to see you. He says, knowing how to pick a lock has really opened a lot of doors for me. I see that. Boopy says, while RTX does have performance increase to the GDX series, it's very small and it's mostly better because it can handle ray tracing. Yeah, that's a very common thing, ray tracing, or popular word right now. A tech that won't be used for most MMOs for a long while. Yeah, most of the ray tracing ads I see are for games like shooter games, FPS like Battlefield 5 and all the other shooter type stuff. Dragon says, well, maybe not. I mean, if they're gonna run 8K, they need to put a lot into it. Yeah, look, I have not even, myself that is, I've not even seen a 4K, I've not played a 4K monitor, I've not seen how a game looks like in 4K, and honestly, God, I haven't even tried 1440p. My monitors are all 1080, I can't afford 1440p, so I can only imagine what 8K is gonna be like. Alright, my broodmaids and I will bear you to the place of your trial. Make your preparations. Cool. There we go. Sar Kai is now accessible. And here are my ever vigilant companions. We have Seska and Thisia, sister and a friend. And we're going to be jumping into this, which will make the queue go better. Okay. While we're waiting in queue, I will be checking in chat. Rug says, I'm an archaeologist and my life is in ruins. Rudy says, so is the drug dealer job still vacant? Elizabeth says, because I'm spending my life not getting married or anything, but finding a job is fun. The job hunting process can be fun. It can be really disheartening, but, you know. Boop says, ray tracing is going to make game development lose a lot of its magic. Huh. Elizabeth says, well, I'm off to play BDO or Destiny 2. Later, guys. Have fun. See you, Elizabeth. Thanks for dropping by. Dragon says, I'll stay away from ERCS for a living. There, personally, I'm not a samurai, not a powerful mage. I'll get killed by the weakest mob. My only... See, I don't have any combat powers. My only... If I were to be sucked into an MMO world... The only thing I could do is probably talk my way out of trouble. I'm a PR guy. It's probably the only thing I can do. So I'll probably be like a bard. Or, yeah, I'll probably be like some sort of a bard or a town crier. I could do that. I could be a town crier in an MMO world. Rug says, I learned about electricity today. It was lit. Light says, flying little marshmallows with bat wings. Yeah, that's gonna be my description from for these Mughals later on. That's interesting. Nice looking place. Dragon says, have you played a werewolf in ESO? How good is it, and is it useful to tank? Yeah, werewolves are fantastic in ESO. Even for PvP, I've actually come up against a couple of werewolf PvP battleground type players, and you cannot kill them. They're just impossible to kill. I myself don't play a werewolf. I play a vampire. I prefer playing vampires in ESO. Midi Current says, I care for the story, but I try not to pay too much attention to not get spoiled for my own game as I'm far behind. And that's totally understandable. So here we go, new dungeon, Sorkai. I'm going to reduce the in-game sounds a little bit because combat might get loud. I don't know. We have 3 bosses in here. I don't know what the mechanics are. So this is it. We could see the death counter go up. We're fighting boxes, or stones, by the looks of things. Cloud Gardener, okay. Music's pretty cool. Alright, that enchanted fan at the back there, that looks really interesting. Kind of worried about the first boss now, actually, because while jumping in blind is pretty fun, you're always a little worried about what the fight actually is or is going to be. Alright. Oh, what was that? Oh, it's the fan, right. Guess you step on a fan and you get propelled into the sky, it makes sense. Okay, one more fan to go, and I'm guessing we have a first boss up there. What is with the cubes? It's pretty interesting for enemies, don't you think? Alright, I'm gonna attempt to check on chat, or catch up in chat while I fight here, which is never a good idea. Dragon's just, I'm mostly here to chat because I've seen this already, but I totally get wanting to catch up. Oh, come on. Alright, that's going to be a mechanic I'm going to need to watch out for. The moment I stand on those fans, I'm going to get propelled into the sky. So I'm guessing in the boss fight, there's going to be something where if you're not careful about where you're stepping on or mob placement, and if you kill these fans in the middle of the group or something like that, you're going to get your ass whooped. So I'll keep an eye out for stuff like that. Is that a Moogle up there? Yeah, it is. It's the boss too. Moglin. I have no idea what this fight's got. I don't know the mechanics, so this is gonna be fun. Okay, I see ads. I suppose I'm gonna have to take them out. I think I have to take them out. At least the ads go down fast. I'm standing in stuff. I'm standing in stuff. Is that thing dead yet? No. It's knocked out. Okay, so they're knocked out. I guess this is where we focus on now. Back to the boss again. It's almost down. It's almost down. Or not. Ooh, I'm taking damage, taking damage. Not sure what's going on. All of them are asleep again. He's almost dead. We got this. And done. Yeah, so I'm not sure what that was all about. Probably just ad management. Try and get them knocked out so they don't bother for the rest of the fight. Okay, I'm guessing... Okay, cool. I was worried that I was not going to make that jump. Alright, onward to the second boss now. And all the objective says is overcome an unstifled prayer. Whatever that means. Eggs. Guess we're destroying it. Alright, this is where I can check it in chat, so let's do it. Dragon says Hraesvelgr, like, screw your stupid language. Yeah, I kinda agree with that, I'm sorry. The dragon language in Final Fantasy just annoys me a tad bit. Like, you don't need to have or try and create a new language for dragons just to give you, you know, the lore of your world some illusion that these are an ancient race or species that can't speak the general tongue, because we've seen that they can. Maker says, finally a dragon that doesn't speak English while unable to use his lips and tongue for the consonants that demand it. Rug says, can't say I approve of the dragon's made-up language, makes the dialogue last longer than it should. Yeah, that was part of my concern too. I mean, well, not concern, part of the annoyance for me. Just, I want to move as fast as possible, and with stuff like that, you really can't. Light says, the dragon song in the distance, the feels, yeah. May Current says, yeah, that's the issue with made-up languages. With Knights of the Old Republic and SWTOR, the same happens. They want to ensure you got the time to read all and make it extra large. The one that I can't stand from Star Wars is when droids speak, and I'm talking about those R2-D2 type droids in SWTOR. If anybody played SWTOR, you know what I'm talking about. Because they will bleep and bloop and do all kinds of shit, and the dialogue window just stays there forever, which is really annoying. Media Current says, what did that guy say about finally battle? Don't recall. Let's just soon TM, one day TM. Omega Lion says they actually wrote a dragon language. He isn't speaking gibberish. That is a dragon language. I'm well aware that that is not gibberish. I'm just saying, or my point is, not necessary. Or necessary, but not all the bloody time, especially once we've established that we're allies and we can communicate with each other and we're ensuing for peace now. Kargas, is that a boss? Doesn't look like it. Damn it, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay, this is a boss fight. Rug says, a man died when a pile of books fell on him. He only had his shelf to blame. Pogiraj. That is a large unicorn type thing, and I don't like this. We are in a very narrow space. It seems like there's going to be, you know, one of those long runaway type AoE stuff that's unavoidable. I mean, if MMO experience has taught me anything about dungeon boss design, it's that I'm not going to like this one at all. Let's knock him out. I don't like the way he's looking at me. Why was he looking at me? Oh, he just destroyed some pillars over there. I knew it! I freaking knew it! When you have a design that's narrow like that, with no place to go, that's the only thing that they can do. He's almost down. What is he, 20%? Oh, interrupted. Damn you, little horsey. Okay. Oh, alright. Back the other way we go. Wow. I'm dead. I'm dead. You got to be kidding me. Okay, I did not know what happened to me there. So that means the death counter will go up by 1. Welcome back to the fight. Okay, cool. I got a res. Oh my god, my health. I know I've got a emergency heal somewhere. Let's see here. Dead. Ouchies. Alright, let's do that. Let's get the death counter up. I need to go to the... Oh shit. Hang on. I'm midway through a dungeon. Alright, I'm here. I'm here. Death counter number. Alright, I'll tell you what. I'll do this after the last boss. Next jumping pad. I have a weakness debuff. Oh. Okay, we have Hraesvelgr randomly flying around like Free Willy. I guess it's smart to focus fire in this one first. What's that big dragon doing up there? Get out of the way. Oh, I see. That was AoE that I was standing on. Well, I guess that... Do we go there? Yeah, we are going there. Oh, so that's how it's gonna be. We're gonna have to keep killing mobs to get this frozen bridge to come out to keep moving forward. I think. Nope. This time it's back to flying pads. Nidhogg will spare no clemency, so must we. Alright, this looks like a final boss fight, and what was that? Multiple platforms? Is that a multi-platform fight? Don't know. Well, I guess we're going up. Or down? No, we're going down. Oh, shit. No shit. I do not like this. I'm guessing some platforms will go hot and we'll have to jump to another platform to avoid taking damage or breaking down or whatever. And since I'm not ranged, my only option is to follow the tank, I suppose. I could be wrong. My only consolation is that I am able to jump back if necessary. Okay, he's gone somewhere else. Son of a gun! Oh no! I just went somewhere to grab a bunch of ads, which, okay, I see the risk. The risk now is having your DPS, like me, fly to a different platform, and by doing that, I put the tank under pressure and put the other DPS under pressure. So, yeah, this is nice, being able to figure out the fight as we go along. Oh my god, what just happened there? So, I'm gonna have to look at where the others are going for the next fight, and just make sure I don't make that mistake again. Well, since I can't fight him any other way, I guess I'm gonna have to take damage here, right? Oh, okay, where are we going? Where are we going? Make a decision! Okay, I'm gonna follow the tank, of course, because that way we can burn the DPS together. We can burn the ads together. I'm still not sure if I should be here on the same platform with the tank as a melee. I don't know where else I would go. Oh, shit, what is that? Okay, I just turned around and I saw that big white thing coming to me and I kind of panicked for a bit. Well, hey, look, Hraesvelgr is almost dead. He's like down to the last 20% by the looks of things, so I'm gonna go all full bores in this. Let's go. Almost dead. Dead. Yeah, that wasn't bad. I was just trying to figure things out. So yeah, I'm not sure if melee was meant to stand with the tank there. Elegant tomestones of poetic. Somebody was lecturing me on how to pronounce tombstone in one of the comments for one of my recent videos. It's a tome, and it's a stone, so it's tombstone. It's not a tombstone, which is something else. Done! Yay! Okay, commendation. I can only give the tank apparently, so I'll give that to the tank. Loot-wise, we have that. I'm gonna, I suppose, agree on that. And an orchestrion roll too. Cool, agreed on that. And bow to my party. Awesome, there you go, chat. There's your action. And now we can get around to the death count number, which is going to go up. Ding. Still don't know how I died in the last one. Back out we go. Well, chat, you wanted action. There's your action. Alright, where am I in chat? Dragon says, yeah, it doesn't sound good to me. They put not needed sounds behind it. Not a big deal, though. Yeah, it's not really a big deal. Medicorn says, meanwhile, a cartoonist appeared dead in his room. Police say the details are sketchy. Dragon says, what's with the cringe jokes? These guys, whenever Rug is on, he's always up to cringe jokes, which is great, because I read them out, and I guess it's kind of funny. Medicorn says, there are many reasons to live in Switzerland. The flag is a big plus. I get it. The Swiss flag does have a big plus on it. Okay, very well. I shall trust in the seed of man one last time. By your deeds shall the flickering hope that lingers yet within my heart be kindled anew, or extinguished forever. I guess he's giving us his aid in fight, in the upcoming fight. Great. I like the color palette of this scene going on right here. It will make for a great wallpaper. Your trial has ended well then.
Your trial is ended as well then.
Oh, never mind. These guys talk, I forgot. In English.
Mine was brutal beyond reckoning. 𝒍𝒊𝒍 seems ill-acquainted with the notion of mock battles.
Oh, look, the family. Oh, that makes sense. He didn't do it for us. He did it for his love. Alright, I think right after this is going to be a trial, like back to back. Okay, before moving on, I'm gonna check in chat real quick. Scrolling all the way down, I'm gonna skip past the jokes, you guys. Light Tier 1 says dungeon and trial death count hype. Death counter did just go up, by the way. We have Fauzul Murad says YOLO. Mikart says that's it. No more pun jokes. Rug says go to Italy, roam around and pasta time. Alright. Like Toronto says I never research anything from the main story to X Primals. I rather learn stuff myself than read and watch guides. Media Current says one thing that's adding to my enjoyment of Final Fantasy 14. Been through dungeons and didn't need to watch guides. One where I had some silly issues and died twice. Nobody got angry. Yeah, that's the thing. Again, I'll keep saying it here on the Japanese servers. There's no anger issues. We got John in chat says, that is an awesome sword. Are you talking about the katana? Oh, thank you. It was a gift. Light 21 says, the thing about Final Fantasy community is that it's very reluctant to give any criticism. I will agree with that somewhat. John says, but I always play as a mage. Hey, you know what? I'm thinking about trying out a ranged DPS class too, because I think melee is getting the short end of the stick. Oh, my poor ribs. Hraesvelgr saw fit to pair me with Vidunfair, but her ferocity was such that I began to wonder if I hadn't simply imagined her injury. Yet my trial pales into insignificance next to yours. How fared you in your deal with Hraesvelgr? I think we did pretty okay. Dragon says, I'd be a bartender at Gridania. Safest job. We were talking about getting jobs into MMOs. Bartender's alright. Alchemist with potion making abilities would be fun too. I guess those are the easy ones, or those are the safe ones. We have Andang in chat. Hey, Andang. Good to see you, man. Sorry if I'm getting to your chat really late. Like 15 minutes late, that is. I do apologize. Good to see you. Omega says saying the XIV is hesitant to give criticism right now is LOL. The forums are so toxic with people complaining about jobs. That should be... Well, I don't know. You go to any game forum, you're gonna find that. So that's a moot. The official forums for almost any MMORPG is going to be filled with feedback and criticism and toxic. That's just the way it is. Dragon says, thanks for the tips. I already have 2 vampires, so I want to try werewolves on this character. Yeah, give werewolves a shot. ESO's werewolves are really, really fun to play. Dragon says, I want to get 860 champion this year. Don't know how feasible that is. Well, if you take your time, you'll be alright. Rug says, man, there's a boss in a optional dungeon in this game that's literally just a wall, so I've seen weirder. Light 21 says also, Angel using healing spells to do damage.
Proved rather more strenuous than I had anticipated, but the results seem well worth the effort.
The battle was indeed hard won. Thank you, my friends. I would never have earned Hraesvelgr's cooperation had you not seen fit to grant me yours. 'Twas your stalwart heroism that moved the heart of the Great Worm at the last. Any gratitude I can offer is but poor reward for your continued service to Ishgard.
Keeps thanking me, but we get nowhere with these things.
Final reckoning with the dread worm is at hand. I only wish we had some inkling as to when he means to strike.
Touch wood, Master Alphino. Touch wood. Apparently he's striking now.
Oh, gods.
Well, we do have a trial coming up.
The cry heraldeth his coming. Nidhogg's shade hath taken wing.
I like the sound of that.
It has begun. We must away to Ishgard.
We must return to Ishgard, sir. Not away. Light Turn says a moth that makes you hallucinate seeing your party member copies all around the arena. I'm gonna go with Max Potion, thank you. Acorn says neat. Rug says here's the soundtrack and get good King Mog flashbacks. Light 21 says also don't forget the boss that makes you do legit math. There's a math boss in here? No way. Yeah, I'm not doing that one ever. Ishgard will not last long against Nidhogg and his horde. We must away ere break a day. That is a different IP. Light 21 says, and then you see tons of people in chat asking if 4 is a prime number. Andang says, wait, is 4 a prime number if Amazon uses it? Okay, I'm so lost now, you guys. Scrolling up in chat. I'm trying to catch up, really. Hang in, guys. I'll get to all of you. I do not want to leave anybody out. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip through the Star Wars alien language discussion real quick so I can catch up faster. Know you then what this roar portend death?
I must return to my city without delay.
Indeed, let's go. So why are we talking to you? Okay, never mind. We appreciate you letting us ride you. That will be very fast. So let's go. Light Tron says +1 to the death count. Yeah, everybody's saying +1 to the death count, which I've already done, and I'm sure that's gonna go up too. Light Tron says destroyed by a lightning cloud with vulnerability effect. You should probably wait until you finish the dungeon to raise the death counter, which is exactly what I did. Andy says, yo, I'm back from the market. This game looks amazing. That dragon though. Hey Andy, aka TomBombdahill. How's the market? What do you get? Maybe I should give this game the old college try again. Yeah, I totally got who you were because you said it earlier. But yeah, there's a free trial, Tom. If you haven't checked it out yet, give it a shot. The occurrence is considering the marker on the ground isn't visible in the platform to the side. I think you're meant to be there. We got Michael Webster in chat says, this game free to play. Hey, Michael, no, it's not. It's a subscription-based game, but you do have a free trial until level 30 if you want to check it out. And, oh. Whoa. Okay. They've been busy while we were having fun. Okay, that was cool. I was kind of half expecting, you know, that popular soundboard guy dying. Ah! To hear that when that guy got thrown off the bridge. Oh no, Lane. I'm surprised I even got his name right. Wait for us. Hold down the fort. Bam! Sweet.
Remember your training. We hold fast until the Lord Commander returns.
On the way, traffic jam. We should be there. ETA 5 seconds. 4.
We must hold.
You will hold. 3, 2, 1. Is that us? No. This is the same bridge where we had that one trial, right? Where we're defending it against a large dragon coming. I think that was somewhere in patch 2.0 or 2.55 or something like that. Yeah! Yeah, this is really cool to see. Okay, we did get some deaf and dying sounds there. That was way better. Nice. They just keep coming and coming. Where are we?
Reinforcements! By the Fury. That one is the size of Nidhogg.
That's us. Don't worry about it. We're bringing friends.
Lord Commander!
You are late, Warrior of Light.
Really? Yeah, I like that Death Star I just gave him. Okay, let's do this. This is gonna be fun. Are we gonna repel the, look at the way I walk. That is actually, you remember what I said earlier about the way the game kind of finally puts the focus on you? It's the little things that you do, from your movements to your facial expressions. That is actually really cool because it's a real, it sets you up pretty nicely in terms of seeing your actions and putting in that sense of believability that is you. So I do like that. It's a real ego booster too, I guess is what I'm really trying to say. Okay, let's check in chat some more. Make current system subscription. Yep, this is a sub game. Can play until 35 for free. Is what everybody's saying. Okay, I'm gonna translate here. So you stand with this vermin brother, and brother says, "Bend this war. The suffering you have sowed serves no end." And basically, us the humans want to make peace. Never shall our grief be assuaged nor our loss forgotten, but reconciliation may yet halt the spread of this plague of eternity. Enmity, forsake thy vengeance and be at peace. He will never. Estinian's still in there somewhere. Let's just beat it out of him. Come on, let's go. Less talking, more fighting. Okay, he's still upset that his brood sister got killed by us humans a long time ago, so he's not really giving that part up yet. He still wants vengeance. Or not that. Talking about Shiva too. At the point, all the humans who don't understand dragon speak are going like, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, I haven't got all day. So go grab a coffee or something. No, this cannot be a peaceful conclusion. There has to be a trial. I know there's a trial coming out, so let's please get straight to it. Well, just your average day, just two dragons on a bridge, having a chat. Or no longer having a chat. Wham! Yeah, I've got my controller plugged in, so it's making a lot of vibration noise right now. That tends to happen a lot. Oh, there goes that tower. Or not. Where's he going? Oh, it's coming down. It's coming right back down. Yeah, I thought so. You had at least 4 seconds to get out of the way. Which it did, by the way. Oh, okay, that's new. Just happened there. Again, with the color palette, really nice. I'm enjoying this. Okay, 1 dragon, 2 dragon, falling out from the sky. Oh, wait. Is that what I think it is? That is a wing from Hraesvelgr. That's not good. Okay, that was a really cool scene, and we're not even done. Translation basically more taunting here. Okay, the battle's not over. He has entrusted his power to another, which I'm guessing is me. Oh, where is his eye? Wait, who did he give his eye to? Your eye. What have you done with it? Who's got the eye? Me. I knew it. Get in. Fool, you would trust a mortal with your strength? Well, it's happened before. Technically, I am more powerful than Estinian. So, damn, the way I just took that in and did not flinch was pretty awesome. Oh, soundtrack coming in. Huh. The final steps of faith now accessible. Alright, this is it, guys. This is the trial that we've been waiting for. Telling my party I'm ready, and while waiting for this trial to fight Nidhogg, we'll check in chat, I suppose. But this soundtrack in the background, which is now playing, is pretty awesome, right? Way to hype everything up. Okay, checking in chat. Dragon says, definitely think the death count number will be higher in Stormblood and Shadowbringers. I guarantee it. Michael says, oh, looking for a new MMO, just wondering if it's any good. Final Fantasy XIV, if you like story, if you like, you know, dungeons and raiding, I think it's great. But there's a lot of other options out there, you know, for what you want. Joshua says, this is the only MMO where the sub fee doesn't feel like a waste. I will agree with that. Light21 says, okay, you guys are helping him out. Good. Okay, I'm going to scroll down some more. I'm going to go past all that. Rudy says, so it is true that love is the death of duty. Duty is the death of love, too. Don't forget that. I know where that came from, Rudy. I know where it came from. Lim says, Jeremy Adrian, Black Mage beckons you. I'll think about that. I mean, how many range DPS do you have? I mean, you've got the magic ones, and then you've got the physical ones, too, right? I'll have to... Well, the Black Mage does sound pretty fun, I gotta admit. So what are we doing? We're in queue right now for a trial. Oh my god, it just popped. Okay, I guess I won't be catching up on chat, but we will be going through this trial where I will die maybe a few times. And I know that's what you guys want because there's a death counter right there. I'm excited. Dragon says, I can attest that there's no anger or toxic issues on the JP data center. I play in Kujata and only met nice people. Only once did I meet some odd people, but they were drunk. Yeah, I've not met anything like that in the Japanese data center. Midi-current says mage times for range DPS that need to care for position and cast still. Archer and range DPS that can move around long. Yeah, if I were to go for range, I want mobility, and from what I've been hearing, the Bard and Archer or whoever has some great mobility for range damage. Graspy says, yay, Andang. And Andang's still there. Hey, Andang. Sorry again if I'm getting to you late, but good to see you. How you doing, Andang? Are you still playing ESO, or how's your Losho stuff going? Dragons' forums are a different story. They are a joke now. Back in the early 2000s, they were still worth something. Look at World of Warcraft forums, absolutely crap. Yeah, I don't go to the forums to discuss my opinion. That's not what I do. That's why you have a YouTube channel, if you want to share your opinion, right? But I do go to the forums for, news and just to see sentiment. And gathering sentiment simply means, how does one portion of the player base feel? I mean, if you have a game and you go to the forums to try and get an overall feel of how the community is like, you're not going to get an accurate representation, because there are people who spend all day in game and never once visit the forum, that kind of thing. So, but it's a good place to go and see immediate reaction to either a new update or also a good place to get news. Rug says, I play as a summoner at a DPS class with healing and revive spells. I can also summon a tank minion, so he can fulfill all roles to some degree. Nice. And my sister in-game chat saying Bard has great mobility and Red Mage is pretty okay too. A-okay. I just don't know if I'll have the time to get it. Rudy says, hi. Anyway, Adrian, can you recommend some MMOs to try? To try? Jeez. Try all of them. I mean, that's my answer to myself. I know you do play Guild Wars 2, right, Rudy? So at least you've tried that. If you haven't done ESO yet, again, the 4 I would recommend, ESO, Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy, and Warcraft, if you haven't tried at least the established ones. And the ones I recommend cover, East and West, essentially. I'll take Final Fantasy XIV as the representation of the really good Eastern MMORPG. It's not Korean, it's Japanese, so that's an important distinction to make. And outside of that, you have all the, I want to say, Tier 2 MMOs. And there's Tier 1, there's Tier 2. Tier 2, all the other free-to-play stuff, Star Wars, if you really want to try story, you can play it to level 50. The class stories, at least, and those are some of the best MMO writing I have ever experienced in a Star Wars setting. So if you haven't tried Star Wars, give it a shot. Maybe you may enjoy it as a single-player game. Midi-current says, what are the healing classes apart from Conjurer, White Mage? What's the other one? The Astrologist. Or the Astrologician? I don't even know, because I don't have one. I do have a White Mage, however. I'm just not going to shift to it right now in the event that our queue pops. Apparently, waiting time is less than 5 minutes. So, we're almost there. Rudy says, I've been playing Guild Wars 2 so long, for like years. Rogue says, what? Rogue says, no. Dragon says, the tank minion kind of worthless in Stormblood, though, from my experience. I think that's why the changing the summons... Okay, I'm not sure I understand. Yeah, because I don't play those classes, I really don't understand what the mechanics are, so. Midi-cart says, is that a no? It's like Minphilia's. Dragon says, lol. Light says, I mean, yeah, Titan was useless anyway. What is this Titan thing? Dragon says, I use Ifrit. Light says, now it looks like you will use Ifrit for most of the time and swap to Garuda for Dot. Huh. And then says, lol, Math Boss. Yeah, Math Boss. Can you imagine that? Light says, because Contagion is gone as well, Garuda for AoE. And then says, let's post more so he never catches up. Andang, no. I'm pretty close to catching up, I think. Rug says, math, not even once. Dragon says, bump, lol. Light 21 says, and honestly, changes are pretty good. DPS classes got upgraded nicely. Tanks got more engaging rotations. Well, that's good to hear. I mean, based on what people are telling me from, all they're reading about it, the only issue that they took with it was, basically that decision, not to introduce another healing job for balance issues. I don't know. I don't play healer, but there's a giant nerf to the Astrologist / Magician. Excuse me. Rook says, you mean the classic Willem Scream? Light Train one says, yeah, it's the same bridge. Even the names of the trials are similar. Really? Steps of Faith. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Just that there's a final one in this. Dragon says, what's more toxic? YouTube trending videos or WoW forums? It's a hard one. I mean, it really depends on the subject of what the topic is. I've been to some videos where, yeah, you go down to the comment section, it's really hard to get through. WoW forums, I don't know. It really depends on what the post is and who posted it. Light says, thy final verse is sung. You know, having to read your comments over music like this is like so cool. It's like we're being serenaded right now. Now, tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm gonna get a notification from Square Enix saying copyright claim for this soundtrack by whoever the singer is, and I'm gonna be like, damn you, Square Enix, this is your fault. Dragon says, let's go, Sasuke versus Naruto. Omega says, why isn't the Dragoon Dive called the final course? This is it. The final steps of Nald. Of Faith. Where did I get Steps of Nald from? Come on, whoever the last DPS is, this is the last thing we're doing tonight. We're gonna finish up this trial, so let's do this. It's 1:30 in the morning. Come on. Alright, here we go. This is it, guys. The last trial. I mean, it's not the last trial, but it's the trial of the night. I'm excited. Because I will die. Poor Hraesvelgr. I hope he's not dead. You're going down, Nidhogg. We will kill you. Alright, everybody. Let's do this. Come on, Raid. We got this. I'm gonna eat some food, just because. We're ready. I'm gonna follow all the other melees in here, of course, because I don't know. I'm jumping into this blind. If you're just joining the stream, that means I don't do research about the fights. So I'm learning as I go. Which is why there's a death counter. Oh, he's starting around. Oh, why are you looking at me, dragon? How am I the only one with half health? How did that happen? Okay, let's go. In situations like this, when you're really trying to soak in everything else, you gotta remember the basics. Keep the basics in mind. Like for me, it's all about building your combos. Get your DPS buffs up. Get your speed buffs up. Get the debuffs running. And where'd he go? Oh, shit. Sneaky dragon. Okay, back to his butt. Ooh, that really hurts, whatever dot that was. Okay, full blast ahead, let's go. I did not get to... Oh, shit. Which one first? I guess we'll do this one first. I have an ogre-looking thing coming right up to me. Shadow Dragon is what it's called. Yeah, it looks like we're all burning this one first. The tank hasn't like put any marker to say that this is the first target, which they usually do, and you can do. And I recommend doing it if you do play Final Fantasy and you plan to tank. You know, having markers on what should be killed first is always a good thing. Okay, this little dragon thing. Is that even a dragon? Doesn't matter. He's almost dead. Dead. Okay, back to Shadowbringers, whatever that is. It's like one of the sea dragons. Dead. Alright, come back here, Nidhogg. Oh shit, he... Sneaky. Look upon the fool who dared embrace the stack. Are we stacking? Okay, I guess we're stacking. Lots of light. The final verse is sung. Oh, nice. That's an interesting design for Estinian. So he's taken over his dragoon form. A la Morn is the skill he's casting right now. Again, I don't know what it does, but as long as it's not looking my way. Oh shit, get out of that. Boom. Wait, 11,000 damage? Did I hit him for 11,000? Holy crap. Okay, let's do that again. He's almost at 50k, almost half health. Oh shit. What is that symbol? I guess we're gonna spread out as far as possible, right? Nice. Not nice. Not nice. Oh my god. How did I survive? Health now. Boom. Whew. I shit myself in the corner right there with no escape plan whatsoever. I'm surprised I got out of that. Okay, let's go. No, 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 not again. Damn it. Okay, so only a few people in the raid will get affected by that, in the trial, I mean. So if you have that icon on your head, spread out, I suppose. It's either spread out or everybody stack, so the damage is shared. But looking at what everybody did just now, I guess it's spreading out. It's down to 40%-ish. Come on, guys, we got this. The death counter went up earlier in the dungeon. Okay. Oh no. It's dancing time. So this is the third form now, Fury Dragon. I don't know why there's an arrow on my head, but I don't like it. Okay, I saw everybody rush to stack on me, which was super cool. So if you get an arrow, I guess it means stack on the person who's about to get his ass blown by all this molten fire. There's a ball of fire. It looks like a ball of fire that's just moving towards us. I'm dead. I'm dead. Damn it. I had my eye on a ball of fire. And I'm getting a res. Thank you. Oh gosh. I am so gonna die again. Okay, let's go balls to the wall. All combos on the table. Let's get rid of him fast. Okay, arrow on this guy. I guess we're all stacking. Man, he's pretty brutal with that one. Come on, we can get him. How's my health? I'm at full health. What is it? Less than 10% now. Come on, we got this. And done. Now, either we pull the eyes out of him, or I don't know how we're gonna save Estinian from that. Okay, put a commendation there, and here's your usual bow, and heading up. Alright, the moment all of you have been craving for. The death count is going up, so let's do that. From 3 to 4, 2 in a night. Thing. There we go. Oh.
Estinian!
Is this to be mine end? Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. I am Nidhogg. Thou shalt die by my hand.
This is not your hand, worm!
Thou wilt obey.
I would ask one last favor of you, Warrior of Light. Finish me. Now, while I have the beast subdued!
Jeez. That's gonna be hard to do. Oh, you mean that? Okay, I thought we were gonna kill Estinian, because that would be ridiculous. He's one of my favorite characters in Heavensward.
You waste your time. Kill me!
Oh shit.
It is the only way!
No.
Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty.
No, not like that.
No! You can't die like this! I won't let you!
Oh, hey. Hey. Our fallen friends are here in spirit. Somehow, and it's Haurchefant and Ysel. Oh. Dragon deaths are pretty. Oh, he's not dead, is he, Estinian? I mean, we got the eyeball out.
The eyes! Cast them into the abyss!
He lives. Ah, Estinian, my ill-fated friend.
He's alive. I was kind of hoping for the worst there.
I want them ready to receive him.
At once, Lord Commander.
Allow me to do this much, at least.
Oh yeah, we gotta return his eye. The Horde have sensed the fall of their master and scattered to the winds, so we've prevented another dragon
Gratitude, Hraesvelgr.
war.
Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
Our lines have served its purpose. You did well to wield the power I granted you. Was my own skill and not my eye which earned the victory. Let's give him back his eye. Wait, what? You don't want your eye back? Okay, cool. I'll just keep it then. I wish your companion a swift recovery. Fare you well, Trivana man. See you, dragon. And don't come back for the eye then, because that's some insane power we got.
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinian now than bear him home and wish him well. Even as Hraesvelgr did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
Yeah, the past half an hour were super cool, and you know, this is not even like an expansion level content. This is a patch leading into an expansion. That was really awesome. Sweet, and that is an end to the songs, the name of the quest. Awesome, and I know I'm really behind on chat. I'm gonna try. I'm going to try. Let's see. Rug says, tear his eyes straight from his sockets. Dragon says, in all seriousness though, this was a dope dragon fight. I loved that part. That was really fun. Light says, I think this is the real end of Heavensward. The music, the cutscene, everything is so epic about this fight. Again, I'll say it. This is, sure, this patch came out during the Heavensward cycle, where you have your expansion launch and then you got all the other patches leading to the next expansion. This is just a patch in that cycle, so I'm really impressed by, you know, the amount of aesthetic and, you know, but this is to be expected, I suppose, from Final Fantasy. If you wonder why people are willing to pay a subscription for this game past the base games, because of moments like that. The quality is just there all around. Light 21 says, compared to Thordan, this is a much better fight. Rug says, I don't think this bridge can take any more abuse. Dragon says, yeah, we were pretty powerful at this point. Lim says, this fight, yes, the final chorus. Villi says, isn't the party logged out with all those? I don't know. Light 21 says, the song playing in the background before Nidhogg is called Dragon Song is basically a story of Shiva and the White Dragon. Nice, I'll look it up. Okay, scrolling down some more. Lim says, cause it's an instance, that's its whole story of the Heavensward in one song, which basically that lady is singing in the background. Nice, awesome. Light 21 says, it's probably Ysel, and that is singing about the cycle of pain, war, and death, and why everyone forgot about the union of humans and dragons. Dragons versus, yes, it's an important distinction because as opposed to Japanese MMOs, Korean ones are extremely grinding. Many of them like to drag out levels to a level. Yeah, I mean, that's what you get for Korean MMOs. I mean, some people like it, some people don't. Hey, Lim says, summoners are able to summon primal essences. Omega says, as long as you have gameplay, they won't come after you about music. I hope so. I really do. Dragon says, at least they won't block your video worldwide like Disney does. Yeah, if they block my video, I mean, if they take away monetization, well, whatever, no problem. It's still content for you guys to watch. But if they block it, then yeah, then that sucks. Light says, yeah, they won't do anything, don't worry about it. You are actually promoting the game by streaming it. Dragon says, haha, almost death number 2. Excuse me. You did get your death number 2 tonight, Dragon. Light 1 says, saved by a party. RIP Samurai. Rudy says, done, die again. Omega says, that's what you get for standing in stupid. Orion is just subscribed. Thank you, Orion. Appreciate it. I've seen you in stream earlier in the comments, so thanks for sticking around, and thanks for the support. Welcome to the channel. Dragon says you didn't notice the black circles below your feet, so you died. Yeah, I did not. I was looking at something. I remember. I was worried about a red orb that was flying towards us. I didn't know what it was, but hey, I think I did pretty well for my first time in that trial, not looking up any guides. Dragon says ripperoni pizza. Rudy says an angry dragon. Remove the eyes. Light Train says I'm glad you understood what the market meant the second time. There are some people at max level that don't know what it means. Pull the eyes. Dragon says $10 on that he reaches 10 deaths before he finishes Stormblood. Okay, everybody, that's the bet. All right, $10 that I will reach 10 deaths before Stormblood. That's giving me way too little credit, but it's a fun bet. All right, let's go with that. Rudy says duty is the death of love. Light Train says in one of the earlier streams he. Light Train said I would die over 100 times. While I highly doubt that, it just may happen too. Graspy says instead of a death counter, we need a head nut counter. I so agree with that. I'll see if I got any more space to cram into one of my UI overlays for adding a head counter. Dragon says yeah, when Horchfront died, that hit me. It literally shed a few tears when I was angry. Like Kingman says, I was super spoiled about his death because it was in the very first Final Fantasy XIV video I ever watched. Oh no. Yeah, that's the problem. Sometimes, you'll get things spoiled for you. Dragon says, sorry I butchered his name. It's a difficult one. It was a difficult one for me too, but I can actually say it now. Orchifant. House Forton. I mean, there's a hint of French in a lot of the Heavensward stuff, especially with Ishgard. So, if it sounds like a word with a, like for me, I distinguish all the S-O-I-U-X. It just goes up like a schwa, Louis Schwa. So, over there, Beltradois. If you're French, I'm so sorry, but that's just how I have to deal with memorizing names in Heavensward by doing that French stuff. Like Jerome says, Orchifon is the ultimate cinnamon roll. Minicurrent says, 1 year later, I found these huge apples traveling by. I'm Nidhogg. Throw him in the abyss. Brian in chat. Hey, Brian says, I wish I can enjoy this game. The early game quest is so boring. That is a very common feedback with Final Fantasy XIV. The reason I stuck to it, and you do want to stick to it, is because you get moments like that. You have to get past that A Realm Reborn base game to get to the really fun stuff, which is the new expansions. Actually, you know what? These two people... telling my sister and a friend that I'm just going to be reading chat from here on out, so they can go do their own thing. Anyway, Light says, and super slow early level combat, turning a lot of people off. That's the thing. Will Square Enix go back and revamp their early game? Don't know. Should they do it? What do you guys think? Should they go back and revamp the AAR combat and, that kind of stuff, just to make it more easy for new players getting into Final Fantasy to, I suppose, grasp the game, because it's a long-term commitment to even get past patch 2.0 to 55 and get into Heavensward. Trust me, it took me a long time, but I'm so glad that I got it. Lim says, I enjoyed AAR ending story in Heavensward, and by ending story, you mean patch 255, don't you? Which takes a while to get used to. Like 21 says, 70% of all characters ever made it to level 20 according to the site. 70%? Only made it. Oh no, never made it to level 20. Really? That's incredible. Dragon says, Patience Padawan. Yeah, this could probably be the best MMO, if not the GCD and boring quest. There is going to be some classes that can mitigate that GCD stuff. Just, make casting faster and things like that. Just don't ask me which. Midi-Corn says, I managed to get it back because shortly after I tried Rift, which is also quite slow, then going back to the trial was easier. Rift is slow, guys. If you think the GCD here is slow, Rift is really slow. But the thing with Rift is, the way I did it, I just put all my stuff in a macro and just like one button press it. So I could be watching like a Netflix here and then just clicky. Vesa says, Grads on progression to the game. Brian says the graphic and fashion is top notch though. Oh yeah, it's nice. I mean, if you can enjoy the aesthetics here. Speaking of aesthetics, hang on, check this out. 𝒍𝒂 over here, which is the person on the left side of the screen here, who's also watching the stream and helped me out with the dungeons and trials over the past few weeks. So for hitting 15,000 subs towards the tail end of last month, she, on her own free time, decided to draw some new channel art, and I've integrated them into some of my screens here. So check this out. This is the BRB screen with one of the new art designs made by 𝒍𝒂 over here. Check this out. So I have, in a way, been Final Fantasy-ished, because the design does remind me a lot of Final Fantasy, which is really cool. And I've got the glasses, the black beanie on and everything, and just the black tinge armor. It's really awesome. So I've got the red cap version, I've got the black beanie version too, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, I'm going to be continuing on in chat real quick. Dragon says, you did great in the trials for both, no worries. Aw, thank you. Dragon says, I think I'm actually being fair with the credit. Stormblood is harder than Heavensward, so probably I'll die a lot in Stormblood. So what? You guys will like it, and I guess I will too. The dying, I mean. Dragons versus, and I didn't mean 10 more deaths, 6 more in Stormblood, so you'd reach 10. That's my bet. You're on, Dragon. I'll take you. I'll take you on that bet. MIDI-current says they up the XP gain speed in the last year. Light Train 1 says, I think they should do something like that, but I don't think it's possible. Vesning says they shouldn't do that. That would cost them a bit more money. And I guess you guys are talking about revamping the early game content, huh? We got Wayne Stone just subscribing to the YouTube channel. Thank you, Wayne Stone. Welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, if you guys are just joining us, I'm about to end it. That's why I'm spending all the time just talking to you guys right now. So yeah, thanks for the support. Now I'm going to try and catch up with everything in case I missed anything here. Where's the last stop? Yeah, on that point about going back and revamping the early game, it will cost money, no doubt about that. That's gonna obviously take some money. But if that would mean getting more people through the door to try out the game, then maybe it's money worth spent. Who knows? XP gain isn't the problem, says Vesna. The problem is the amount of MSQs, I feel like. If they could have condensed it, like, because you do get a lot of these, side fetchy type quests that, when you think about it, could have all been done in one chain or just condensed. So if they could start removing pieces of, irrelevant quests that adds nothing really to the main story quest progression, so that you get past all these arbitrary attunement as it is to hit a new expansion, then I think it will work. We got Ivan Hot in chat says, hello, Ivan, welcome to the stream, although it's ending really soon. I'm sorry about that. MIDI-current says, when I first tried the game, getting to level 2 took like half an hour. Now I'm level 5 or more in that time. I see where you're coming from. Evasion says XP isn't the problem, it's the amount of MSQ. I read that already, right? Light21 says far too much work for far too little gain, and I think they should 100% trim the quests a little bit. The dreaded AAR to Heavensward fillers are the main problem here. Yeah, so 2.1 at 55 probably could use some work. If not revamping the quest, then remove some of the arbitrary ones. Dragon says what they should do is level sync only the side quests, not the maps. That's why they matter, and guild XP rewards won't get worthless. Rudy says the new screen is way better. Dragon says cool artwork. Yeah, it's really cool. I have the other versions too, so I may do something with that for some more channel art and stuff. Lim says the art looks great. Awesome. Dragon says, so you're saying less or more deaths on your bet? I'm going to agree with you guys, no, I'm not going to agree. I'm keeping it at 10 deaths total until Shadowbringers comes out. That's my thing. 10 deaths maximum. That's where I'm at. Dragon says, like the saying, and hey, if you guys are wrong, there's a tip link in the description box below. You guys bet 10 bucks on that, those of you that did. If I win that bet, kindly send your tip donations to the link in the stream chat. It's fair, right? And if I lose the bet, just send me your PayPal link. I'll pay you guys. So my thing is 10 bucks. 10 bucks for I'm not gonna go past the 10 death count until Shadowbringers. That's my bet. Dragon says, like the saying goes, you gotta spend money to earn money. Oh yeah, that's the whole thing about getting into streaming on YouTube. I won't even tell you the amount of money I spent there. Light Turn 1 says, I think a lot of people will try the game out when Shadowbringers hits, but most of them will drop the game because of the Realm Reborn content. Unless you get one of those main story level skipping potions that's currently 60% on sale on the Mog Station right now. Which is how, and I know there's going to be some cringing at this, but it's how I have my White Mage. Yes, I bought a level skip for that. I'm not ashamed of it. It was cheap. It was on sale. What do you expect me to do? And this is just a contingency plan. If I'm ever doing some content where I need heals, then I have a White Mage at level 60. Otherwise, Samurai all the way. Dragon's Face, 10 deaths minimum. You suck. There is going to be a ton of dungeons and trials. I'm pretty sure that it's going to cost me a lot of my life. So I think 10 is a reasonable number. Dragon says, bad deal for you. Rudy says, Adrian, be careful. Someone might gonna frame you for making stream gambling stream. This is not a gambling stream. It's a fun bet. And honestly, it's not going to happen. It's just, think of it as a joke. I don't think anyone would want to take on that bet because I could die a lot. Light Turing 1 says, the other problem that is often overlooked is that Final Fantasy XIV main story will keep on growing constantly. Agreed. So you're going to have a lot of content to chew through. It's going to be really overwhelming to catch up as a new player. Trust me. I felt that too. Coming back in, I'm like, oh shit, there's like so much stuff for just to catch up. Like, I'm actually struggling right now. And I've got 26 days. No, wait, it's the 3rd of June here already. So I have 25 days to get to the end of Shadowbringers. Sorry, Stormblood. So I'm under pressure, and I know what it feels like to try and catch up as a new player. Light says 2 years from now there will probably be a next expansion, and I hope so. I hope they don't break that cycle. Dragon says, I got no cringe for that. I'd be a hypocrite. I did the same for my Paladin alt. See, I knew it. It's on sale. I mean, I think the wise thing to do is actually to buy one and try out a job that you don't play or something like that. It's a contingency plan, at least for me. Lim says, it's alright. I felt like the White Mage story was underwhelming, so you're not missing out too much. Honest to God, I haven't done the class stories. Like, I haven't done the job stories. Like, my Samurai, I know I've unlocked some of the... I've done a couple of stuff here, and I know their story for the Samurai and stuff. I haven't gone back and done that. Maybe I should. Light says, and then people will have to do Realm Reborn, Heaven's Word, Stormblood, Shadowbringers until they can get to the highest level content. That is a concern. I will agree, that is a concern. It's the same thing. Like, I tried to get my friend to World of Warcraft, right? And the notion of having to level from level 1 all the way up to 20, going through the amount of expansions that Warcraft has just to get to Battle for Azeroth, without the free level skip, because if you truly want to feel an MMO, you truly want to soak into the world, you would not use a level skip on your first character. So I tried getting my friend into WoW and it just couldn't do it. There's just so much to go through. So I can see that. And with Final Fantasy, there's only 2 expansions out. Can you imagine trying to do it all for the first time on an MMO you've never played before that has more than 5 expansions? Dragon says, this ain't EA stream. Rudy says, who knows, Adrian's going to share with us his money. My knowledge is my money, and I'm sharing knowledge and experiences and entertainment with you guys. Although, if I do win a jackpot someday, maybe I could take you guys out for a drink. Speaking of a drink, if we were to meet at a bar, like, sometime, like, what would you order? What's your go-to drinks? If we go to a bar, what's your cocktail or mocktail? What would you guys order? And for those that don't drink, if we go to like a normal coffee shop, what would you order that you'd want me to pay for? I guess I should make that distinction so we could truly see your taste in drinks. Light says, even now, going to Stormblood feels like it takes a long time, and imagine going through Stormblood and Shadowbringers. Yeah, I get your point. I agree there. Jared says, oh. Jared says, what is that fire pet? That fire pet? It just says Titan Eggy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't play pet class. I couldn't tell you. Dragon says, WoW leveling is much more boring than Final Fantasy leveling, though, my opinion. Midgard says, I went into WoW past year with the idea of doing raiding with a guild with nice people. I leveled up to 120, got burned out a bit, then at 120, yay, raids, let's try Pug Raid. You need eye level 350. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. The restrictions on the LFR, when I can't remember what the LFR stuff is. Midgard says, I didn't touch the game again since. Rudy says, I would order fresh milk on a bar. Are you kidding me? You go to a bar for fresh milk? Midgard says, agree with Dragon's Fears. Or orange juice. Well, I suppose that works. Dragon says, coffee shop. Anything. Coffee shop, bar. You don't drink coffee? Oh my god. How could you? Or, okay, Dragon will have a cola. I'm not even going to go into that coffee and tea debate, you guys. But I am a coffee person. Every stream you see me having a mug, it is coffee in here. Nothing else. Anyway, guys, I guess that's going to do it for me. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's Monday morning here in Malaysia. I'm going to go to bed, work tomorrow. So this is it. I will see you guys next weekend. I guess I'll do the same thing. Saturday, we'll do some ESO if I'm not done with the review already. And Sunday will be another Final Fantasy stream. And hopefully I'll be in Stormblood by then, because I'm trying to rush it, as you guys know. I've got 25 days until the new expansion. So, that's it for me, you guys. Jaren says it's bourbon. There we go. Now we're talking. Rudy says coffee's life, bruh. Cheers. I agree with that. And that's it for me. Real quick, I want to say thanks to my sister in here, Thisia and Seska, our friend, for helping me out, as always. And that's it for you guys in my part of the world. Hey, have a good night if you're sleeping. If you're watching this, you're way past your bedtime. But have a great week ahead. For those of you in the West, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you guys sometime next week. And of course, I'll be reading the last stuff in chat here. Midichlorian says, thanks for the stream. Have a good night and good dreams. Thank you, Midichlorian. Always good to see you. Thanks for being here as always and interacting. Graspy says, peace out, peeps. See you, Graspy. Good to see you. Light says, good night then. Thank you for a nice stream. Thank you, Light2-in-1. Appreciate you being on here as always. Dragon says, water is life. Are you arguing? Jesus, I am not. I'm doing no such thing. I do not want to get into that discussion at all. I agree, water's life, but sometimes some flavor is appreciated. Rudy says, oh shit. Dragon says, alright bro, take care everyone. Jared says, coffee, slushy, and bourbon. I've not had a coffee slushy, unless you meant ice crushed coffee. That's a different thing, but cool. Awesome. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for me. You guys take care. Once again, Jeremy Adrian here. Thank you guys for watching and being here and being awesome in chat. Laters, and check out the new art on the end screen.